Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of the Jerk of All Trades podcast. We are so happy to have you back or have you here for the first time. And we have a fun little treat for you today, something that pretty much everyone loves, even if they love it a little bit too much, which is beer. Beer. Everybody loves beer. Eddie, what do you think about beer?
I think it's time to get to work, motherfuckers. Beer is in the house. We have 6 different types of beer for each of us. We have some Pilsners. We have some ales. We have some whatchamacallits.
A little bit of everything.
And we're going to taste test the fuck out of this shit. So let's go.
Absolutely. So, yeah, like I said, everybody loves beer. Beer dates back almost 7,000 years. So even our ancient forefathers basically just wanted to get drunk and escape the reality of this world. And so we still do that. And beer has probably gotten a little bit better and more varieties and styles out there. And so we're gonna rock those out, like Eddie said. Eddie, why don't you give them a little brief history of your drinking days and your history with beer?
Yeah, you know, I'm more of a liquor kind of guy from the get-go. Ever since I was like 21, I should say. I was going to say 18.
What kind of liquor is your
we're not
liquor
allowed
of
to
choice?
Drink when we're 18. I like Captain Morgan. That's what I. That's
Gotta
like my,
gotta love the Morgan. We had a
that's
little
my-
history with the private stock. So
private stock is excellent.
good shit.
Maybe we'll have a podcast with just that shit. But I'm not much of a beard guy, so I'm gonna be a little whiny probably in here, bitching about like the taste and shit.
It's all
But
right.
you know, I suck it up. Any criticisms, I just take it on the chin. Just like I'm gonna take all these fucking beers on the chin, especially like the little 2% beer advocate advice column that the ones I picked out at the.
That's okay.
at
No
the
one's
liquor
judging
store.
you.
No,
one's
I
judging
know.
you.
Well,
Just
shit,
everybody.
man. I'm here for a good time. So
I think we're gonna have a good time.
my history isn't that deep with beer, but I do like getting drunk. So
Yeah.
amen to that, right?
Hallelujah.
What about you, Ray?
So for me, actually, I have an interesting little introduction into the alcohol and the beer world. So I was actually 21, and I had actually never gotten drunk before. I had gotten intoxicated with a bunch of other substances that will not be named, and so I decided I was going to break my cherry, and my first choice was Smirnoff Ice for some reason. I'm not really sure why. And so I started chugging those motherfuckers, and I didn't really feel much of anything because they're probably about 1% alcohol. And so I drank
I was gonna
another.
say, hopefully I didn't have any influence on your first.
I think it's possible that you may have, and
Okay,
I
because-
harbor ill will to this day for that.
I'm
but-
sorry. I'm sorry.
So hey, maybe this ends. Maybe this is a good story. Maybe it ends well.
Yeah, hey man, you're a not entrepreneur. What do they call that? I don't know. the
Beer
fucking word.
connoisseur. I think?
Connoisseur.
Yes.
Thank you very much. You're a connoisseur now.
That was
so
my intro. So
You had to earn your stripes.
So basically, I just kept chugging these motherfuckers, and I chugged a whole 6-pack, and I think I had enough sugar in me to give me like 3 different types of diabetes,
Ooh.
and so I ended up vomiting up these Smirnoff simply from the sugar overload, and didn't really feel much of anything. So
Nice.
that was my intro, and eventually, kind of started doing delving into beer. I drank we're near Milwaukee, so I drank Miller MGD and Miller Lite.
Milwaukee's
and,
best.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I drank the Beast too much. I know I definitely I've had it a few times, but
I was thinking about picking up some Steel Reserve, but
Ooh.
couldn't find the 6-pack.
yeah, that would have been a tough one. It's
I wonder what percentage that got on the Beer Advocate.
I'm gonna guess -12.
They go
maybe.
negative?
I don't know if they go. I don't think they go
well,
negative.
If anyone ever
no.
did, it'd be Steel Reserve.
It might be. So basically, I was drinking, the local, crappy pilsners of the era and where I'm at, and eventually I just started delving deeper. I remember I was drinking Leinenkugels, was kind of my first little dip into what I thought was microbrew, and it wasn't really. It's actually owned by Miller, but. So I was drinking Leinenkugel, Sunset Wheat. I think they had like a fruity kind of strawberry-ish type of deal or whatever. Berry Wise. And so I was drinking that, and from there I think I got into Fat Tire and some other beers like that, and just kept delving deeper and getting more and more into it, and eventually find myself now where I'm an IPA. I'm a hophead. I love beer of any type, but definitely I always go for the higher IBU, the more bitterness, the better. And
You're gonna kill me today, aren't you?
I may possibly murder
Oh
Eddie,
God,
and this will be documented on the podcast.
it
So
will be
yeah.
documented.
I've also delved a little bit into brewing my own beer. So I made some of my own stuff. So
I remember that. Yeah.
I know quite a bit about beer. Eddie, not as big into the beer deal, so it's going to be interesting to kind of expose him to some new
Just sit back and
styles.
laugh. Just sit back and laugh. It's gonna be a good time. Let's
So
do
yeah,
it.
we're just to kind of give you guys an idea what we're gonna do. We're gonna basically introduce whatever beer it is.
Oh yeah, I chose 6 different kinds of beers. Ray chose 6 different kinds of beers, and we didn't interact beforehand.
Not at
There
all.
was a chance that we got the same shit, but we didn't,
We did not.
and that's mainly because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, there's no right way
But,
to do this.
Yeah, I mean, let's get drunk, man.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
So yeah, just to add to that real quick, we're gonna introduce the beer, crack it. We're gonna split it in half. Each of us are going to drink 6 ounces of it, and we're gonna go to the next one. And
This is gonna get sloppy.
it's gonna get interesting. We're actually
We have a chessboard in front of us. Just full disclosure. These chess pieces are getting knocked the fuck over. There's just no way about it.
I have actually already almost knocked them over, and I haven't had any
Haven't even had a
beverages
sip
yet.
so it's going down.
So yeah. All right. So let's
What's
do
the
this.
first one? Or you want me to go first? Or are you going first?
You know what? I'll go first. I'll go
Alright.
first. My first choice is actually Omegang, Three Philosophers. This is put out by Omegang, who's out of New York. This is a quadruple ale. It is quite a hefty beast. 9.7% alcohol in this bad boy. So, real quick, the commercial description of this guy. Three Philosophers is a unique blend of Belgian-style dark ale and Leifman's Krijk, an authentic cherry ale from Belgium. Cherry chestnut in color, it's opaque but not cloudy, with full carbonation, topped by a smooth tan head.
Full carbonation.
Full carbonation.
Interesting.
Flavors and aromas of roasted malt, molasses, and brown sugar, dark fruits, brandied raisins and chocolate. Three Philosophers has notable sweetness with low hop bitterness. The mid palate shows a soft malt center, which gives way to a dry, warm wine-like finish. 99 on ratebeer.com. Beer Advocate is got it at a 92. I've actually drank quite a few of these in my day. One of my favorite breweries, so I felt this would be a good intro. So, Omegang, Three Philosophers. Let's crack it and let's try it out.
Cool. All right, Ray's got the beer in his hand. I'll give the play-by-play of Ray opening the beer so people don't turn the spit
Hopefully, I
off.
will not spill these.
Spill it. Who gives a shit? I'll clean it up later.
Beer cap number 1.
All right,
All
did
right.
that with relative ease. You're gonna have to open up mine too.
I'm gonna set the microphone down here to pour.
All righty, I'm looking forward to this. This is the Omegang. Oh my god, Three Philosophers. So, not knowing what to expect, but should be good. So, how many times have you tried this?
I have actually had this beer quite a few times, actually. I can't even probably count how many times. One of my favorite breweries. This is not my main choice from them. I normally, actually, they have a beer called Hop House. It's really good. And then probably my choice from them normally is called Hennepin, which is actually kind of like it's a wheat beer, a Belgian wheat beer that I
Alright,
really
so
like a lot. So.
Are we supposed to sniff this? Is this like the wine tasting? Is this like a little
You
different?
know, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't get that hard into it where, we have to drink out of
Like
the
a
specific glass
swirl
or
and like
no. I think we just, sip this bad boy and try it out.
down the hatch. Tastes pretty good.
So based on the description, do you feel like you have any musings or anything that you want to
Ah,
do you feel like you
carbonation isn't overpowering. The flavor is
you taste that cherry coming through?
not overpowering,
Yeah.
but it is there. It has a good flavor. and it's pretty damn smooth. I will say that.
For almost 10% alcohol on a beer, it's
Yeah.
definitely it hides it quite well.
I
So
definitely should have ordered a double Whopper with cheese before I came over here.
yeah, that that
Fill my stomach up before the bloodstream goes kaput.
I did in fact offer you pizza, and you did not decide to take that. So
Oh, you know what? That's
Yeah.
That's because I'm tired of pizza. Pizza for breakfast, pizza for lunch.
I believe that was pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at
Yeah.
supper time.
Well, pizza's great, but
Pizza's on a bagel. You can eat pizza
I
anytime.
guarantee you after about 2 or 3 of these, that pizza's gonna be gone.
Pizza
anyway,
bagels.
so-
Or no,
Oh,
no,
whatever.
bagel bites. Bagel bites.
Bagel bites.
Do not forget the bagel
Old
bites.
school.
R.I.P.
Hopefully,
bagel
people
bites.
can hear me this podcast. I'm holding the mic closer to my face instead of my beer this time.
I think I can hear you pretty well, so I think that I think it's going to sound a little bit better for the fans of the podcast and the haters of the podcast, and people
We
that
have haters.
we may have haters.
I didn't know
I don't.
that.
I just made that up, so it's very possible we do not have haters, but
If you don't have haters, you ain't popping. That's how I look at it. So kind of like John Cena, right?
absolutely,
Got haters like a motherfucker. He's got the biggest house in the locker room.
indeed he does. Indeed
Besides
he does.
Vince, of course.
Yeah. I wonder how many houses Vince McMahon has. I'm gonna guess quite a lot. I'm gonna guess more
At
than one.
least
More,
one.
more than well. Vince McMahon is actually homeless now. He has no homes.
Man, we said we would never talk about wrestling, and now we're talking about wrestling again. That's
That
all right.
was actually you.
That's my fault.
I
Yeah,
would-
well, I don't know what to fill. We're drinking the beer.
we're gonna play our chess game here.
and
so
the chess. I don't know if it'll translate too well to the podcast, but we can go for it. Oh wait, rock paper scissors. See who goes first, or what?
well, white goes first. So I think.
Why's it gotta be white?
I mean, you live in the same country I live
I'm
in,
just
so
kidding.
I think you know why. I have to say that black chess piece lives matter.
They do look nicer.
They
I
do
would say.
actually matter.
They look a little smoother.
We're not going to go down that road, but
I think my pieces move smoother too.
all right. So yeah, I'm gonna make my first move. How's the beer treating you?
It's very good. I can see why I got 99 on the fucking what you call it.
I'm
.com.
yeah, I'm ratebeer.com 99. Beer Advocate 92. Already knocked down a piece. First piece is
Yeah.
down.
Oh, man,
Down.
the rook.
You actually made a move that you cannot actually make there. You moved in like a different letter.
Wait,
you can
what
only
is this fucker?
He
Oh,
just
wait.
moved his knight. So
Let's see.
the knight moves in an L shape. He actually just moved it one extra spot
I
over. It
thought
was
the
like a
black
wide.
pieces get extra space.
No. En passant. That was not en
Fuck.
passant.
No, that was not. All right. Well, I can't do that. Let's see. Let's move this bitch right fucking here.
All right. Little pawn action. I have kind of a similar strategy. So I should let everyone know as well that Eddie and I have played many a chess game. This was one of our choices of things to do back in the day. So I figured this would be a nice little backdrop to our beer escapade. And just to let you guys know too, we have actually just finished the first beer, which is Three Philosophers down the hatch. So what do you think? Did you like it?
It was good. It was really good.
Awesome. All right. This is going to be Eddie's first choice.
All right, my first beer. As Ray cracks that bad boy open, it got an overall 5 on the
Ratebeer.com.
ratebeer.com. It's the Lakefront New Grist Pilsner. It got a 65 on Beer Advocate. Shout out to my beer advocates out there.
I
And,
advocate for beer.
Yeah, me too. It's a I can't read.
Sorghum, I believe.
All sorghum new grist, a beer for celiacs, brewed from sorghum and gluten-free yeast on molasses.
So yeah, this is actually an interesting beer. I know about this. I've actually had this beer before. It's interesting because the gluten-free thing is the new hip thing that everyone is rocking now.
Well, I figure if I'm gonna hang out in California with all those, prissy little bitches, I gotta go with gluten-free.
Gotta go gluten-free.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is actually gluten-free beer. So this would be one of the few beers that people that are celiacs can drink. So good for them. And this is a Pilsner style beer. I have had this before as well.
Barley free.
Yeah, no barley up in this bad boy. So there is actually there are certain rules and regulations to beer in Germany, of the things that it can be made with, barley, yeast, and hops on water. Those are the only things. So this would actually not be considered to be a beer in Germany. So
Interesting.
yes, yeah. So all right,
Love my Germans.
all right. So
Shout out to Germany. Fuck yeah.
gonna do a little quick rinse out of the cups here,
Oh.
and we're gonna crack this bad boy open. So.
Rinse, 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 rinse. All right, so far so good on the chess. Despite my attempt at a illegal move, we just got a couple pawns. I don't know like the numbers and shit, but
Yeah, neither do I, sadly. So,
but we're slowly making progress.
all right. So
I'm
we're
gonna try to knock over more shit as the time goes by.
This board is definitely going to get knocked over. Also, there may or may not be a large amount of belches under our breath, or possibly
you're
over
getting
our breath.
The honeymoon phase is over,
Yeah.
bitches. You know us now. We're gonna be burping and farting all night long.
It's all good. All right, so pouring the new grist.
That looks like some gluten-free ass beer.
It is a very straw-colored Pilsner style beer. Definitely what you would
I
expect.
got a lot of pilsners.
Very, very little head on this, which is never a good thing. Take that as you will.
Yeah, you know, I try to get as much head as I can.
Don't we all? Don't we all? And to paint the picture, I got us some fancy, what I like to call fancy ass glasses. So, which is
Initially, I thought Ray stole these classes from a bar.
I have actually stole quite.
I was like, "Damn, son!"
I have stolen quite a few glasses, from bars back in the day. So, yeah, this I did not steal these. I actually bought these from the local place that I go. One of the places I go for beer. It's called Tenutas. It's an Italian delicatessen type of place, and they have an absolutely amazingly kick-ass beer selection. So
Hell yeah, Tenutas is the shit.
they absolutely rock it out. So
Let me taste this bitch.
all right, let's do this. Let's try it. Cheers.
We probably should have cheersed earlier,
Yeah.
but fuck it.
That's all right. We'll have plenty of time to
We've been
cheers.
friends too long. Who cares?
Fuck the cheers. Sorry, couldn't hear that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's it very
Minimal taste.
very minimal taste. Like, yeah, not the things that you would expect to come
But
through in a
not
beer.
as alcohol-y.
No. I believe this
I
is.
feel like I could drink a couple of these before I face plant on the ground.
Yeah, this is probably about half the alcohol content, I would believe. Let me check and see. It is 5% alcohol, and the first beer was nearing 10.
9.7.
Yeah,
if I recall
so-
correctly.
So I'm gonna make my second move here, and I think I'm gonna do a little rook action, moving my rook forward. So,
I believe that's a knight, my friend.
or yes, sorry, that 9.7 hit me pretty hard already. So it's actually
You're
a knight.
just trying to see if I'm paying attention.
I did actually move the piece in the proper way though, so I did not name it correctly, but I moved it properly. So
Fuck you. All right, let me see. So UFC is coming up. Anthony Rumble Johnson versus Daniel Cormier. I'm looking forward to that.
I do not know either one of those gentlemen. I was a UFC fan in I think 93ish. I remember when UFC first came out. So
Jeez.
my era of UFC,
You're long gone.
it it does actually make me sound like a hipster, and I'm definitely not trying to sound that way. But
UFC 211's coming up. I think it's in May, maybe. That is a fantastic card.
what's
If it
going
sticks
what's
together.
going down
There's a
on
guy from Chicago. His name's Jair Rodriguez. He is the truth, man. He's coming up. He's like 23, maybe. He's like in his early 20s, and he fucking kicks ass, dude. If there's one guy to watch, it's that guy.
Eddie is going to need to expose me to more UFC. My so obviously, if you listen to podcast one, we talked about wrestling a lot. And the reason why I've always enjoyed it, besides being a glutton for punishment, is, that it's pre-written, and so it can they can basically create the story and create the feuds and such. And UFC doesn't have that luxury, and thus UFC is kind of you watch a fight and it can be absolutely amazing, and it could also just be a total snore fest. I think the last UFC I watched was Brock Lesnar's last match, and yeah, it was relatively boring, and I was looking forward to that. So
I was actually on the edge of my seat for that match because you never know with the heavyweights. They can get there could always be a knockout at any size.
yeah, but that match was on the ground, a very
Well, of
large
course,
portion
that's
of
Brock's
that.
game.
Yeah, so
Brock did a good job.
Brock likes to take it to the ground. So
he was facing a K1
believe,
world champion, so he had to.
I believe Rena Mero would tell you about that. Sable Sable.
Yes.
lays the bone, lays the beast. So all right.
Is it my turn?
I believe.
No, your
No,
turn.
no, it's my turn. I think
I should have just went.
no.
You would have caught me.
Usually, drinking while playing chess equates to someone making an extra move or moving a piece into the wrong section. I've had a game make it very, very far into it before I realized that, like my bishop was on the wrong file. And that kind of ruins a game. So,
That sucks. Yeah.
but, if you're
We're
drinking,
not really paying
it's
attention.
to
Here.
be expected.
I'm
So.
already kind of feeling good. So
Yeah.
fuck it.
I have to say
That 9.7 was no joke.
that's the thing about high alcohol content beer is that it hits you pretty hard. It
Whose
hits you pretty
fucking
quick.
idea was it to get 12 of these fucking things?
I believe it was my idea. I think you
God damn it.
I think you actually suggested that we do less of them, and
I
yeah,
believe I did.
I didn't agree and said that 12 made more sense. So here we are. So all right, beer number 2 is in the books.
Whoa. I'm sorry. Yeah, beer number 2's in the books. Lakefront New Grist. Not the most flavor in the world, but pretty damn smooth. And
Not as bad as the rating would tell you.
Yeah, I mean, certainly not a 5. I think it's closer to 65 than 5.
I
Not
do
as good as your beer. Your beer was very good, but as a guy that doesn't know his beer and got a nice little suggestion from a guy at work, excellent.
No, you know what? Actually, Lakefront is one of my favorite breweries. I like a lot of the beers that they put out. Just personally, where my taste goes is I like IPAs. So I like what the beer drinkers call IBUs, which is the bitterness units of the beer. So a pilsner is going to be really low on that, and
So that's what IBU is. I
and,
heard you say
yeah.
it earlier, but I
And,
didn't want to act
yeah.
like a total dorkster.
no, you should have. Yeah,
Asked what the IBU is.
So their IPA is actually one of my go-tos. So yeah,
We're gonna have to do some more of that. Like if we ever have like a chilling, watching shit night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's good shit.
absolutely. Wait, what are we gonna do? Drink some
Oh,
Lakefront?
Yeah, Lakefront. Man.
Oh,
That
yeah,
shit is good.
Actually, the Lakefront Brewery is an awesome tour to go on
Also,
as
we
well.
can't forget to do the chambers. The not sleep deprivation.
Oh
Fucking-
yes,
the Joe Rogan shit.
absolutely. The isolation tank.
Isolation tank. Thank you.
Yes, I am.
We're gonna do a podcast about that shit eventually.
I
Stay tuned for that.
absolutely. I'm a huge fan of the altering.
Now
Your
someone's gonna steal our idea and fucking before we can do it, but it's not gonna matter because we
We-
only have 30 likes on Facebook.
we will find you and we will drown
We will
you.
find you and make you drink a fucking what the fuck we just drank.
We will drown your
A new
ass in
grist.
a sensory deprivation tank. So get
I'm
ready for
actually
that.
very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's
I've been wanting to do that. For
it's a lot of
years.
fun. You know what? And I'm
I'm
actually
just hoping the Earth doesn't shift on an axis when I trip too hard.
yeah. I think you'll be okay. I'm looking to. I've been looking up the plans. I got some plans printed out to make your own sensory deprivation tank, and actually it doesn't seem all that hard. So
Damn.
the most expensive aspect of it is the Epsom salt. You have to buy like $1,000 worth of Epsom salt. So
Damn. I just bought some Epsom salt. That's funny.
so if anybody has the hookup on 800 pounds of Epsom salt, definitely hit us up on any of the social
Yes.
media. On
Wholesale Epsom salt.
yes.
Jerk of all trades podcast
It's
at
brought to you by-
gmail.com.
What's the biggest Epsom salt brand out there? who makes the kosher salt with the chick with
I have
the
no
the
idea.
umbrella. I think they make Epsom salt. Morton's Jerk of All Trades podcast brought to you by Morton's Epsom salt.
Yes, please. Now ship that shit to the
Please,
front door.
please, please. We love you. We love you, Morton's. Please give us Epsom salt. So,
Go buy it.
all right. So, yeah.
Okay, so I believe it's your beer and your turn on the chess match.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make my move. And then
watching you.
I made my move.
You motherfucker.
Now I'm gonna have to set the microphone down for just a quick
He didn't
moment.
take any of my pieces, but I thought he was going to.
I thought about it, but
Let's
wasn't
see.
worth it.
All right, so well, after you crack that open, you gotta give your description. Let's see. It's my move on the chessboard. Help me out here, guys. What should I do? Queen, knight.
All right. So whatever you want to move, man. Whatever you want to move. Choice number 2 for me. This is actually another one of my favorite breweries. This brewery was actually introduced to me by a good friend of mine named TJ, who suggested to me to try their beer, Two Hearted Ale. And I remember at the time I absolutely hated it, and I thought it tasted like dead fish. And now I absolutely love that beer. It does not actually taste like dead fish. It's actually an IPA. It's very hoppy.
Only fill my glass half full.
This is actually not what we're drinking though. We're drinking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're actually this one. This is one of my favorites. So as I said,
okay.
As I said, I go towards the IPAs a lot more, but there's a time where that just doesn't work, and this is one of my favorite go-to beers when it's a little bit warm outside. And it's not warm outside here right now, but I decided to choose it anyway. So this is Bell's Oberon Ale. It's an American wheat ale. Alcohol content on this bad boy is 5.8. And Bell's Oberon is a wheat ale fermented with Bell's signature house ale yeast, mixing a spicy hop character with mildly fruity aromas. The addition of wheat malt lends a smooth mouthfeel, making it a classic summer beer. As I said, it is not
Your
summer here.
descriptions are way better than mine.
Keep in mind, I'm just reading them off of this piece of paper.
I know.
So.
I'm just saying, like, fucking A.
So
wait till you hear my next one.
This is an 84 on Rate Beer and an 86 on Beer Advocate. So
it's like we can just try all your beers and just throw mine in the fucking trash.
That's okay. I didn't probably.
I'm not saying New Grist is trash, but I have some trash coming up. I'm not looking forward to pouring this shit.
I think Eddie's going to enjoy this beer. This is probably I chose this beer specifically because I figured this would be something that Eddie would like. So I like
Ray
this
knows
too.
me well. Ray knows me well, man. 20 fucking years and still going strong. I'm making my move in chess. Bam.
That is a pawn.
Thanks for the help,
That is
guys.
a rook pawn.
I know what I'm doing. And by know what I'm doing, I mean losing.
All right. Next beer is down.
Oh shit.
So, all right. Let's. So this is gonna be my move now, correct? But let's do a little cheers to Bell's Oberon, American Wheat Ale.
Not bad. Kind of smelled like piss when it was kind of getting closer to my mouth.
I did actually urinate into this. We're not able to take breaks that often, so I peed into the bottle.
So that's where the flavor comes from.
Yeah. I have very tasty urine.
Not bad. Not as good as the first one, but well, let me take another sip here.
So yeah,
it's a little early to judge.
I will. So I will say, I think I mentioned earlier, wheat beers were actually a transitional beer for me into better beers. I first had the wheat beers of Leinenkugel, so Sunset Wheat, Berry Wise. I think they have probably 20 other types of that. And then eventually got into Hackershore and the German wheat beers and Franzenkanner, I believe it's called. Franzenkanner. Yeah, that actually started to be Arnold talking about Sarah Connor.
Arnold's favorite beer.
But yeah, so I think wheat beer is a very, very popular choice for people want to start to delve into better beer. So, I thought that this might be better received, but I'm actually, you know what, I'm gonna say I'm happy that
It's
three.
growing on me slowly.
I'm glad that Three Philosophers was probably your favorite so far because I really fucking
I
like
think
that.
the smell fucked me up
Yeah.
because like before the second sip, I didn't smell it, and it was like it went down better.
Yeah.
So for those of you that like train wreck podcasts where people get drunk, this is your
The
podcast. I'm fucked up already.
the drunk podcast. We are only. I can't count right now.
Beer and a half.
I believe we're actually.
Thank God I chose pussy ass beers.
I
With
did
like 2% alcohol.
I did 2 beers, and you did 1 beer, right? So yeah, we're three.
My
We're 3
next
beers
one
in.
will be my second one.
Okay. All right. So we're 3 beers in of 12. So get ready for the
Woo!
travesty that is going to be this. So
This is not going in the archives. We're gonna post this on Facebook and then just delete it immediately.
no, people are going to listen to this and they're going to fucking like it.
Yeah, if you like beer, man, hopefully this is your podcast.
If you
I'm
like
going out of my element for you guys, so I hope you appreciate this.
I believe this was actually your idea.
Yes, indeed, this
I
was
think
my
this was
idea.
your idea. And
So I have nobody to blame but myself. But it's for the podcast. It's for the
Yes.
people. I'm a man of the people, and this is for you guys.
no, you know what? I think I like the idea.
And
think
I knew Ray would enjoy it. So
No.
like, there, you can't beat it.
the next podcast will have to be the Eddie choice. Eddie's choice.
UFC.
He will spin the wheel.
You're fucked.
He will spin the wheel. He will make the deal.
UFC.
I mean, we'll have to bump my knowledge.
8-hour
base up.
podcast of UFC. You're fucked.
If we're watching Royce Gracie, if we're watching Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn, I can fucking do it. If we're watching a bunch of other random people, I don't know.
No. It's not about the random people. It's about the fights. It's about the fights. I'm gonna show you some good fights.
All right,
And
I'm down. I am down. I am down
there's
for
not
that.
any way that you won't enjoy it.
The Jerk of All Trades podcast is all about variety. It is the variety hour. It is actually the variety episode. So each episode is going to be a new, interesting little adventure that we're going to take, and hopefully you guys are going to take that with us, and you guys will grow to love the things that we're doing. And so yeah, that's where we're at. So
Yes, indeed.
I believe this is your move.
It's my move. It's weird because I'm in between chess moves and taking sips of beer. So I'm like,
I believe I'm routing you in the beer drinking. I
you
think.
are killing it. You are killing it. But I'm trying to hold my own.
This is where I
don't. It's like I don't want to lose both. I don't want to lose the chess game and the fucking beer drinking contest.
Yeah, if you're losing the chess game, you're about to be checkmated, and you vomit onto your king, that may be a problem. So hopefully that's not the case. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's
I know you heard that.
that's the first piece being knocked over.
Bam.
That was another belch. Hopefully you guys have Smell-O-Vision or Smello podcast, and you can get the wafting smell of Bell's Oberon through this microphone and through all of this modern technology into your ear holes
Don't
and
listen
into
to
your
Ray.
nose holes. And
This one's gonna be a hard one to finish. I'm not gonna lie.
you're gonna have to do it.
I-
That's gonna
no,
have
I'm
to
going
be,
for
that's
it.
gonna have to be a chug, man.
Yeah, I'm going for it, but just man, the smell.
There
the
are
smell is getting to me.
there are rules and regulations.
There's
to-
rules to the game.
There are rules to the podcast.
There's rules to the game.
I hate to tell you, but I loved this idea so much. I thought this would be a interesting regular occurrence on the podcast. So
Next time we're going 6 beers.
yeah.
You thought that wrestling podcast was long? This is gonna be like the fucking longest podcast ever because I don't drink that fast.
You're gonna have no choice, and
we're gonna have the most breaks in the history of podcasts because I already have to pee.
we're almost making it to the halfway mark. We got our next beer coming up here. As soon as Eddie mans up and drinks the rest of that.
Did you make a fucking move on the chessboard?
I believe I moved my knight here. Did you make a move after that?
This guy right here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Where did he come from?
Oh, I moved him. He's been there since that was my second move in the whole game.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was my move again.
No. Well, I mean, how many pieces do you have to move forward? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I move.
Wait.
You were
No,
first.
actually, at one point you had moved one of your pawns forward. You moved in one more space forward, so I think you're at 5 as well.
What?
Did you not? I believe you did that.
I don't know.
I think you did that.
I'm just
It's my move.
being accusatory.
I believe it's my move. I'm gonna channel my inner Barry White. In episode 1, I was actually fighting a cold, and so it actually made my voice quite a bit sexier. So I'm hoping to get sick on the next podcast. So
Mix that up, bad boy.
all right, Eddie has in fact done it. He has made it past this beer. So yeah, I'm gonna move my piece. That's my move. I'm gonna rinse this bad boy
Ray
out.
is giving me a hard time about drinking the beer, but his chess moves in this game right now are fucking the most pussified moves. He is playing defense.
This is the beginning of the game.
No.
I've moved 2 important pieces forward. You've moved nothing forward.
I'm setting up because I knew you would play defensive, and so I am about to do my Blitzkrieg special.
His Blitzkrieg special.
Blitzkrieg special. Just wait.
What do you?
In the meantime, I suppose I should.
There's a lot of German references in this episode,
well,
I believe.
I'm half German, so you know.
Are you? Is that a fact? I am.
It may not be a fact. It may be a fact.
I believe.
But
Is that a factoid? I don't know.
I don't know what percentage, but I am German for sure.
Oh, I am actually. I am German as well, amongst a bunch of other fucking white people things that make you feel like. Oh, is this? Oh, this is your choice. Duh. I was about to.
You can't dominate chess and dominate the beer drinking.
Yeah. So tell him what the next choice is.
All right. Choice number 2 for Eddie the Jerk. Rates at a number 4 for ratebeer.com. I'm assuming the lower the number, the better the beer.
I don't know if that's the case, but it's possible.
No. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Beer Advocate rates this as 64. It is Dos Equis XX Special Lager. I'm assuming they put the 2 X's as like
Lager
extra.
as special.
It's a crisp, refreshing, light-bodied, malt-flavored beer with a well-balanced finish. A lager that drinks like a pilsner. I'm not going to read the rest of this shit.
So
Dos Equis. Shout out to my main man Tom for drinking Dos Equis when he goes out at night.
I actually
Gave me the heads up on this. So.
yeah, actually I've drank.
If this sucks, Tom, I'm fucking you up.
You've actually never had Dos Equis before.
I've never had it.
Interesting. So
I know it's a fan favorite though.
I
among like a lot of my friends.
yeah, actually I went through a Mexican beer phase because Mexican beer goes down real quick. I went through Corona phase and then jumped into Dos Equis. So yeah, we do not have limes though, which is a goddamn travesty because yeah, you need a lime.
Dos Equis needs a lime, huh?
It doesn't need a lime, but
not as bad as Corona.
Correct. It is not quite as skunk. So actually, beer and its skunkiness is sort of based on the color of the bottle, and basically you want to prevent UV light from getting into the beer. And so Corona gets skunked because it has a clear bottle. And Dos Equis has a green bottle, which is a little bit better, and brown bottles are actually the best. Or cans. Cans are actually a big up and coming thing now in the microbrew world.
Yeah, the cans don't seem like right for beer.
So actually, cans in the past,
Pour it, Ray.
in the based on the material, used to leave an off flavor in the beer. They've actually changed the formulation of cans. So actually, you see a lot of microbreweries now that are putting things out in cans. Oscar Blues is one that I really like a lot. They have Dale's Pale Ale that's really good. So definitely seeing more of that. But
I just know that like with Heineken, I'm a bigger fan of the bottle.
Yeah, Heineken is definitely in the skunky area for me.
I like that skunk.
Yeah, we do not condone. I want to mention, I mentioned this in podcast one. Hold on, let me take a sip here. Jerk of all trades does not condone any sort of illegal altering of one's mind. We only
Can we
condone.
talk about Dos Equis?
Yes, let's talk about Dos
Not
Equis.
bad. Not bad. Not bad, Tom.
You know what? So actually, I still
And you should love me more because I gave you the first shout out on the fucking podcast.
I still occasionally drink Dos Equis. I like Mexican beers. They go down very quick. It's very easy to drink a 12 pack.
Very smooth.
Very very smooth. And they have the most. Well, I guess they don't anymore, but they had the most interesting man in the world, which is a very popular little jingle jangle dealio for them. So yeah, Dos Equis.
It's a hop.
So yeah, this is actually a lager, which is interesting. I did not know that. So to kind of drop the knowledge on Eddie. So basically, the biggest difference in a pilsner and a lager, or actually no, sorry, actually I thought a lager was a pilsner. Yeah, never mind.
Don't ask me.
So a lot of beers are ales. So basically, in an ale, basically when it ferments at room temperature. So you got your basically your why the hell can I not think of what the hell it's called?
Come on, Ray. You're the expert here.
I'm losing my beer knowledge as we go along.
Two beers in, you
Yeah.
forgot everything.
Your yeast.
Just kidding.
Your yeast basically, which is what eats the sugars and creates the alcohol in the beer. Basically, it's when it's fermenting at a room temperature. In an ale, in a lager, it's actually fermenting at a cold temperature. So it actually ferments at the bottom of the beer rather than at the top of the beer. So anyway, yeah, that's the difference in the little knowledge. And we're like 5 beers in, so that's why I couldn't rack my brain and try to figure that out. So
We're going at a good pace here. I don't know what we're doing for time. 41 minutes.
yeah, I think I thought an hour. Definitely not gonna be an hour.
I told you it's not even close.
All right, so
Even if we slammed all these,
all
it
right.
would make an hour.
so whose move is it? Did you make a move?
I moved this bitch. I don't know if you moved after that.
I had moved this pawn when we were
I'm pretty sure it's your move.
okay. All right, I'm
Who
gonna.
cares? This we're not recording this for anything.
Yeah.
See how fast I did that? Woo!
Woo!
God damn, Rick. Would you give me a chance?
Giving you a chance for what?
I don't know. To catch up.
Dude, you're almost caught up here, bro.
I'm doing my best. Ray is a certified beer drinker. Certified. You hear that, Stone Cold?
Dos Equis down the hatch. Actually, it's interesting. Stone Cold Steve
Oh,
Austin.
you know what would have been cool? That Stone Cold beer.
Actually,
Doesn't he have a
actually-
special beer?
Actually, I've had it before. Actually, last year for WrestleMania, I actually ordered that online and had it delivered. Oh man, I cannot for the life of me remember what the name of the beer is. I'm sure someone that's listening will yell at me. And
Broken Skull.
Broken Skull.
Even I know that.
Is that the name of the beer? I know
I
that.
don't know. It might be. It might
don't-
not be.
I don't think it is. Anyway, yeah, I've actually had it. I had it last year, and it's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. I spent a lot of money on that, and I thought I was actually getting a 6-pack, and I actually only got like 1 bomber bottle of it. So, it's good. I like it. It's an IPA. You probably wouldn't be in your wheelhouse,
Fuck that shit.
but yeah, the Stone
If I
Cold.
want to drink Pine Sol, I'll just drink Pine Sol. Do you have any IPAs coming up?
Yes, actually.
Fuck!
Actually, I do. I actually got an IPA
Damn it.
that I've never tried before, and
Well, we only got 2 beers before we go to break and hit our shout outs, so
Okay.
that's all right.
All right.
Social media plugs.
so
and all that good
I believe.
shit.
Did you move?
It's your move, buddy.
Okay.
I'm trying to catch up.
All
Don't
right.
worry.
So let's gonna move right there. All right.
Trying to burp without the mic in my face.
We're almost
Oh, the big boy.
we're inching towards the halfway mark. So
Then we'll take a break.
this is gonna be an interesting one coming up. I've seen it many times, and I've never decided to purchase this beer. So yeah,
So you don't even know what it tastes
I've never
like. Surprise, motherfucker!
surprise, bitch. Yeah, I tried to not get beers that I had tried before. There's 2 beers that out of my 6 that I have tried before. 4 of the 6 I've never had. So I really tried to mix it up and get something different. So
Interesting. All right, my move. It's going down. And
It's going down. It's going down. It's going down.
I suck at chess.
I don't think anything has really happened at this point. So
You're being set up for a master plan.
okay.
As I try to finish my beer.
All right, I made my move.
Damn it, Ray. Right as I was going to take a sip, you
Go-
make some move.
Go ahead and
I know. The beer is more important than the chess game.
Yes.
We got it.
the beer is why you were here. Beer is why you're here. I would be
Hit
interested.
me with that water, Ray.
Absolutely. I would be interested for anybody listening to the podcast. Tell us what your favorite beers are. That would be a fun episode if people that
doubt.
were listening gave us recommendations on beer, whether they love it or they hate it, and we'll fucking drink it and get.
listen to me puke on camera.
We'll
Or
get
listen
shit.
To me puke on, listen to me puke on the mic.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a visual addition to the podcast, and you'll see Eddie.
The
actually,
live stream is coming. Don't worry, guys. The live stream is coming.
Live stream.
Live stream is coming. Video is coming. A lot of things are coming. Stay tuned.
I believe I'm coming.
Sure
No,
hope not.
no, I'm not.
You
Sorry.
can come later.
All right.
Anyways, it's my turn, right?
All right. I believe it's your turn, and then we're gonna hit the next beer. So make your move, and then let's go to the next beer.
I was hoping you'd make that move.
Yeah. Okay. That trying to intimidate me or something? Is that what you're doing?
I just couldn't wait to drop that piece.
Cool.
I'm just throwing this on the ground because.
Well, there's
Fuck it.
actually there's a little area on the
Oh.
bottom here. Oh,
Oh!
in the first.
Not my king.
I believe we
I
actually
think I lost
we
because
just-
my king fell
we just
over.
knocked both of our kings down.
Well,
so
you know, like I forgot about that.
All right.
And we didn't spill any beer, which is the most important.
you
thing.
can't forget about
We
that.
did not spill any beer. No alcohol was abused during
no.
the podcast, and I believe it's Ray's turn.
I
for
believe
the,
it is. I'm gonna go back to the joke that I just had, and
No. I mean here.
Oh yeah.
You're 100%.
I was gonna make a forgot about Dre reference.
I
but,
didn't care about your beer until I saw that 100% on the paper.
All right, so the next beer that I have chosen, like I said, I've actually never tried this before. I've seen the beer in the store many times, and just for whatever reason, I've never gone for it. I'm actually not a big stout fan, but
We're going back to back stouts.
I'm starting to. Actually, I don't think my last. Oh yeah. Well, let's not ruin.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm actually I'm not a big stout fan, but I've been warming up to them recently. I recently had another Russian Imperial Stout that I actually really liked a lot. So this is North Coast Old Rasputin Russian Imperial Stout. So this is actually 100
Russian.
Russian.
Shout out to them Lithuanians out there.
Is that in Russia? I don't.
Well, they were part of the Soviet.
Oh,
They're cool as fuck, though.
that's a little history lesson for you. This is actually 100, rated as 100 on ratebeer.com. Beer Advocates got it at a 95. Put out by North Coast Brewing Company. Produced in the tradition of 18th century English brewers who supplied the court of Russia's Catherine the Great. Old Rasputin seems to develop a cult following wherever it goes. It's a rich, intense brew with a big, complex flavors and a warming finish. The Rasputin brand image is a drawing of Rasputin with a phrase in Russian encircling it. What does that mean? I have absolutely goddamn no idea because I do not read Russian. I do not speak Russian. I don't know. So hopefully something cool. A sincere friend is not born instantly. I wish I would have read the next sentence because that would have told me what it said. On to it. Old Rasputin. Russian Imperial Stout is the next choice. So
Crack that bitch open, Ray.
cracking open is the
Russian.
I am cracking open the Old Rasputin right now, and we're going to pour. So here we go.
Looking forward to this. This is the first time
I apologize if I offend anyone with my horrible accent.
We do not apologize for anything. Sorry, Ray. You knew what you were getting into in this podcast. Why are you giving me your cup? Wait, no. Wait, is that your cup?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm
but
sorry.
I think
I'm
in the end
fucked
it
up.
doesn't matter.
It don't matter. Pour a drink. Anyways, so I believe it's you're moving chess.
So yeah, this bad boy is definitely got
Should
the
we tell them the story about how we got the six packs?
sure. Why don't let's
Okay.
l-
So the whole idea was we were gonna get like a six pack for us to test out as like the beer tasting, and I didn't know that you could get like a six pack of different beers, like six individual beers. So I bought six packs of beers.
I'm glad I did not do the same. I would have spent way more than I did. I thought I had properly explained
It's
it.
a good thing I have a good job, or else
This
I
is
would.
this is where you assume and the whole fucking thing beyond that.
You
Yeah,
fucking ass.
I thought that I had properly explained it and I thought he
Hey,
understood.
I wanted my free choice of the whole store. I didn't want to be limited, so that's my excuse.
The next podcast is going to be us drinking the other 30 leftover beers from
Yeah.
Eddie's selection.
Hey,
so
if you thought the shit was fucked up already, wait till the next podcast because we got a
30
lot of beer left over after
30
this
beers.
motherfucker.
30 beers we're going down. So all right, so let's do
the
this.
Russian. What's this called?
Old Rasputin Russian Imperial Stout.
Russian Imperial. What up?
Cheers.
Do it. Mm.
That is
Is this the coffee beer?
no, I did actually.
It's a little bitter.
So I had initially planned on utilizing Founders Pale Joe as one of my choices, which is actually a pale ale that has coffee flavoring. You normally see that in stouts and porters and such. But yeah, this is not that. This is definitely got some coffee and kind of chocolate and licorice notes coming through. Very
Yeah.
very beefy, very beefy.
Beefy as fuck.
The alcohol content on
I was
this
about to
bad
say,
boy.
Is this another 9.7?
Actually, wow, I'm interested. This is actually a 75 in IBUs, which normally, I mean, you wouldn't think a stout would have that hop bitterness coming through, but yeah, 75 on this, 9% alcohol on this bad boy.
It's gonna take me an hour to drink this.
Yeah, that's where you just have to just fucking make it happen. So,
Woo! Bitter.
whose play is this?
It's your fucking move.
It's my move.
Take
Okay.
my goddamn pawn already.
All right, I just murdered his pawn.
There you go.
I believe 12 of I believe when we get to number 12, this may start to get very interesting because we're not even at 6 yet, and I'm definitely starting to feel the thunder as I will describe. So yeah.
I'm starting to feel a thunder from down under, which means I have to pee. Just kidding.
Yeah, it would be nice if we had some sort of bedpan or something right here. That would make things.
Give me a fucking diaper.
Give me a dipe. Shout
All
out,
right, your
shout out to
move.
my boy Dan and the dipe action. Um, what do I want to do?
It's up to you.
All right, I think I want
Don't
to.
do that.
I think. How many
The
terrible
people listening to this are like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
how many terrible accents will there be on this podcast?
More than enough.
More, I don't think there's ever enough.
You're fucked, Ray.
Okay, do your thing, dude. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
Do you know what I'm gonna do?
No.
Me neither.
Okay. I have an idea what you may do. So if you do that, I mean, you did it.
I'm not doing it.
You don't even know what it is. You don't even know what it is. How can you tell me that you're not going to do the thing you don't know what it is?
Oh fuck. Whew. I gotta try to finish that shit. It's tough. I'm trying to focus on two things at once here.
You just
You have a nice little setup here on the left side of your board. I'm trying to compete and without losing, obviously, and see what happens here.
yeah.
Anything
so-
you want to talk about?
yeah.
Anything in the news?
How's the beer treating you? How you liking that?
I can honestly say that I'm feeling it.
Yeah?
I'm not like over the top, but as I try harder and harder to focus on this chess game,
It's-
I know that I suck.
You know what?
If that makes any sense.
Yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely.
Truth be told, Ray always beats me. I don't know. Maybe it's like 60-40.
I don't know.
That you
You know,
beat me.
I remember my intro into chess and how much I lost. I lost a lot of fucking times. and all of a sudden I started winning. So
Okay, I just have to have a comment about this Russian beer. I don't know how you motherfuckers gave this 100 with this fucking overall rating.
Russian Imperial Stouts are actually one of the most lauded
Okay,
beer
how?
types.
How? Tell me how.
Um, it's a very heavy beer, high alcohol content. It's going to appeal to a certain demo, an intense beer drinker. Stouts are actually very well received in the beer community. Like I said, I'm more of a hophead. I prefer that style, so that's what I go for. But yeah, I can see the appeal of these stouts. They hit pretty heavy. They've got a lot of interesting character in the flavor going on. Um, the chocolates and that type of thing coming through. So yeah, um, that's kind of my take on the Russian Imperial Stouts. Maybe someone that's more into the Russian Imperial Stouts can tell us exactly
This
what it
shit
is that
is
they.
bitter as fuck.
Yeah, I don't taste the bitterness so much. Definitely the alcohol comes through in this. And the yeah, it's a very heavy flavor. So
The flavor is definitely there. It's not like that easy breezy Nucleus that we're drinking.
not even close. Not even close. All right, so
I moved my rook, and Ray's got to make a move because I'm gonna fuck his shit up pretty soon.
yeah, that was very aggressive and unnecessary.
What?
So
Well, what the fuck, man? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. You act like I got a plan. I play chess on a whim.
he's actually the Donald Trump of chess players. He just
You
fucking
goddamn right.
he just does a bunch of shit and it just it ruins a bunch of people and he doesn't give a fuck.
You're just mad because you're losing. Oh, let me just play with this little white piece here. Oh, is this yours? I'm sorry.
I believe that's
I think I took him about 6 moves ago.
I believe that was it's a fucking pawn. So, but
No. Why am I helping?
I don't know. Why are you helping me?
I don't know. Move that guy you're gonna move, please. No. Fuck.
All right, that's my move. All right, I
Me and
have
my big mouth.
I've finished my old Rasputin, so I am going to rinse this bad boy out. So, Eddie, fill the dead air.
Okay, so this shit is fucking bitter as fuck. Ray's got the rinse going on. I have a special beer for my third beer. I can't wait to get to it after I finally finish this Russian. And Ray moved his queen, so he's getting aggressive with me now, which I don't know how to take that. Anthony Johnson versus Daniel Cormier, UFC 210, I believe it is. I am very much looking forward to this, and I don't know who's gonna win. It's a rematch. Anthony Johnson for Ray.
Is this for a title?
It's for the light heavyweight championship. They fought before last year. Anthony Johnson lost, even though he knocked down Daniel Cormier in the first round with the overhand right hand, which I thought was like the end of the fight. Anthony Johnson's your classic power puncher. He's got all the power in the world. He's like a black super athlete. He's got this.
Wait, hold on. Why does he have to be a black super athlete? Why can't he just be a super athlete?
Because he's black. He's black, and when you know black, you see black.
When you know
he's
black,
a black super athlete, and he's got the power behind his punches. He's actually a wrestler. He started out wrestling, but now he's into kickboxing, so he knocks people.
Amateur wrestler.
Fuck out.
Right? Correct.
Yes, he was an amateur wrestler in college, I believe, but now he just knocks everybody out. Like his last 3 wins, I think, are all knockouts.
Wait, so did he win the last fight or no?
He won his last fight. Daniel Cormier won his last fight. He's also a wrestler. He's a little bit on the older side though, and he doesn't have the athleticism and the quickness of a Anthony Johnson. So it's going to be interesting. Plus, rematches are always interesting in the UFC. I'm looking forward to it, man. I think
when is that?
I don't know. A couple weeks probably. But
you're not good with dates.
No, I'm not. I just don't give
I think
a
on the
fuck.
WrestleMania podcast you didn't know when WrestleMania was.
I just don't give a fuck. That's why they call me Eddie the Jerk, because I don't care.
Was that an Eminem reference?
I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Shout out to shout out to this
Slim
Slim
Shady,
Shady Marshall Mathers.
the best white boy in rap
If he's
with
got
a Russian.
if he's got his own podcast, if you want to sponsor us, we'll sponsor you. So it's going to be the new catchphrase of the Jerk of All Trades podcast. It's going to be, if you want to sponsor us, we'll sponsor you. So
Eminem is awesome.
I'm a Slim Shady.
So you know what I'm gonna do right here,
Sorry,
right?
Doc, bada bang crazy.
Do you predict my next move?
Probably going to
You should know. It's like the easiest next move ever.
I don't know, take my pawn probably with your bishop.
That's what you want me to do.
No, I don't. Oh, well, no, I guess. Oh, yeah, I guess you could. I don't know. Probably move your rook over one spot. I don't know.
I'm moving my rook,
Okay.
not one spot.
Okay. Cool.
2 spots.
Okay. Cool. Alright, he has moved his rook 2 spots. Not just one spot. He actually moved it 2 spots. So yeah, I wish we could actually show the video of what's happening right now. That would probably make the chess game make a little more sense, but in the end, who cares? We're here for the beer, and Eddie is definitely lagging on the beer. The beer deal.
The game has gotten to me.
He's
All right, fuck,
let's
man.
let's
This bitter ass Russian.
chug that fucking beer, and let's get to the next beer. So we don't want to leave these people.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Actually,
sorry.
okay, yeah, we gotta do this and another beer, then we're taking a break.
Well, the next beer is the last of the initial 6. So let's chug that bad boy. Let's do the next one, and let's.
I'm about to chug this shit down the drain.
If that would be giving up, so okay.
Your move.
It's not a game, but it is a game. All right, so we are making our next move, and where are we gonna move? Why don't you guess where I'm gonna move?
I think you're gonna move something that I don't want you to move.
All right, so let's make a move. Let's make a move.
No.
Let's move our knight to this spot right here, where your rook and your queen are both in jeopardy. Okay. By the way, let's get a final opinion on the old Rasputin Russian Imperial stop by Eddie. What did you think?
Thumbs down. 100% my ass. This is why you can't go off ratings off the internet.
Yeah, you know what? I will say, obviously, there's a lot of personal opinion. Like I said, I've been starting to delve into that style a little bit more, and yeah, I liked the beer. It wouldn't once again be my normal choice, my normal go-to, but I thought it was pretty delicious and definitely hit pretty hard. That 9% alcohol, you definitely feel that coming through. So, yeah. So yeah, play-by-play on the chess game here. Eddie is trying to determine how to not lose a bunch of his pieces. So here we are. He has moved his rook directly in front of my queen because, yeah, that's what he does. So let's determine where we're going to move, and also let's introduce our next beer. What's our next beer, Eddie?
Next beer. I'm sorry for lagging. The Guinness Drought. Let's put this right here.
Does this?
Let me get my paper.
Does this have the widget in it? Do you know?
Widget. What's that?
The widget. It's like a little plastic thing that like shoots oxygen into the beer and develops.
I don't know,
like
but
a,
it might be warm. No, it's cool. It's
Okay.
still cool. It got a 78 on beer.com.
rate beer.
Whatever the fuck it is. 79 on Beer Advocate. It's a Guinness. Shout out to our dubs out in Ireland.
Dub.
Fuck
We
yeah,
love you
man.
guys.
Do the damn thing.
Ooh, I hope you could hear that.
That sounded great.
That hopefully
A
you
lot
guys
better
could
than
hear
that
that.
Russian. All right. Anyways, nitro can, nitro keg, nitro bottle, filtered, usually called drought, sometimes called cold or extra cold. Same beer but served colder. This is like an advertisement.
We want them to advertise. On our show.
4.1 to 4.3, depending on where it was brewed. Shout out to them dubs. Fuck it. I don't know. It's Guinness.
I mean,
Everybody knows what Guinness
I mean,
is.
you guys know what Guinness
You
is.
knew I had to hit the Guinness, because Ireland is doing big things right now. Guinness is a good ass beer. We're about to drink this shit.
All right.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers to the Guinness. So yeah, noticeably
Palmer.
drier in that that finish than the older Rasputin.
Very thick.
I've got Guinness currently dripping off of my mustache. Yeah, for those who have not seen me, I have a rather large beard, so I normally have a significant amount of alcohol dripping off of that beard. So yeah, that's happening right now. So Guinness, man, you know what? I've never been a big stout fan, but I've definitely drank my fair share of Guinnesses back in the day, Black and Tans, that type of thing. So yeah, Guinness is always a classic choice. So yeah, shout out to Ireland.
Shout out.
Shout
Is it
out.
my turn?
I believe it is actually your turn. Yes, I moved my
All right.
queen one spot
Oh,
out.
you bitch.
Well, was I gonna let you
I
take
don't
my
know what you were
fucking
gonna do. I had to put the pressure. You know
under
that
pressure?
when I got that rush in me, you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Ding ding. Sorry, the extra ding is actually for Vanilla Ice. Under pressure actually has one less ding. All right, queen
Just for you.
putting in jeopardy, putting the pressure on. This is where I would.
That Guinness is good though, ain't it?
Guinness is not bad, man. Not bad.
I like it in the glass.
Not that bad at all. All right. Yeah. Gonna take another.
This is gonna beat the WrestleMania podcast by a large margin.
Yeah, that's possible. We're gonna see how.
When we're drinking, it's worth it though. Stay tuned. I'm not
Yeah.
even halfway there yet.
Yeah, we're only 6 beers in, and shit is already getting interesting. So, God, who fucking knows what's going to happen in the
Kind of
future?
tastes like I'm drinking bread.
Yeah, you know what? You know, I like fucking bread, man. I fucking love bread. I would definitely drink some goddamn bread. So, do not judge my palate. God damn it!
I'm not judging. I'm the one that picked this motherfucker out.
All right,
You're a little nervous over there, aren't you?
I'm
You
not.
fucked up. You
I'm
should
at-
have took my shit, but you didn't.
You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up. Yeah, that was actually supposed to be, like a crowd chanting. You
I'm
fucked
coming
up.
for you, Ray.
All right, that's fine. You know what? You do what you have to do.
Next move, you're fucked.
All right. You know what?
I just want to know how many people are listening for the chess match.
Four
Yeah,
people.
about 3.
3, I believe.
Damn it.
Don't change my joke by 1. God damn it. 4. It's 4 people.
Yeah. All right, so Guinness is going down good.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely digging it. I have to make a move now, and Ray is like all defense all day here, so I'm figuring it out as we go.
So actually, you know what I think would be an interesting little thing for the podcast. The listeners out there who, by the way, fucking shout out to you guys. If you guys are listening to the podcast
You stole my shout out.
and you're listening to 2 annoying, well, we're not that annoying, we're actually very endearing, but you're listening to 2 jerks just spout and
Of all trades.
jerk of all trades shit their opinions out in the world. What sort of topic would you like us to cover? That would be, I think, a very interesting little angle on the show.
Help us out.
Give us something that you would like us to cover, and we will absolutely rape the fuck out of that topic. We will we will delve deeply into that topic, and yeah, so start hit us up on our social media. Let us know what you want to hear Jerk of All Trades podcast talking about. Social media, Facebook.com, Jerk of All Trades
Should we do our
podcast.
shout outs now?
Let's hit the social media, then we'll let Eddie the Jerk do his shout outs to the peeps, as they call them. Twitter.com, JOAT podcast. Instagram.com/Jerk of All Trades podcast. And then you can email us at jerkofalltradespodcast@gmail.com. YouTube channel is you're going to go to channels, search for JOAT Podcast, and SoundCloud, of course. Love you, SoundCloud. You're the best. Jerk of All Trades Podcast. So, yeah, let us know what you want to hear us covering, and we will cover that as well as we can. We will blanket the fuck out of whatever topic you want us to. So, shout it out, Eddie. Let them know.
Shout outs. All right. I need to make my next move, but Ray's got his defense up. We already shouted this out earlier a little bit, but I don't give a fuck. Shout out to the dub in Ireland. Them Dublins looking good out there in Ireland.
Fella.
Thanks for giving us a spin.
Absolutely.
We saw you out there on SoundCloud giving us a spin. Thanks for the hookup.
Yeah.
We love you. Keep putting in that work, big dog. We'll do our best to keep up with you. Much love.
Much love.
Shout out to Facebook.
Facebook, we love you.
Really? Facebook? Like, are we shouting
Mark,
out Facebook?
we're shouting out Mark Zuckerberg, or we
Mark
shout
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg. We fucking love you. Social Network was a decent movie. Jesse Eisenberg
Social Network was the shit.
It was not bad. It was
I've
not a
never
bad.
seen it, but I don't give a
I have
fuck.
never seen a fucking MySpace movie. So fuck you, MySpace.
Yeah, fuck MySpace.
Fuck you, MySpace. We fucking hate you.
Shout out to Facebook for the advertising
Facebook.
credit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we appreciate it, man. We're just coming up in this
Absolutely,
game.
absolutely.
And you know, they hooked us up with a
Facebook, we appreciate it.
little credit. You know, obviously Facebook is like the
When-
fucking unofficial home of the podcast.
When
right?
the end
Facebook is the only thing popping right now. So
when the end times happen and Facebook is the official U.S. government, we want everyone to know that we loved Facebook from the fucking outset.
goddamn
Mark
right.
Zuckerberg is the fucking best goddamn United States presidential candidate I've ever
Seriously,
fucking
though.
seen. So
Seriously.
shout out
Thanks-
to Facebook.
Thanks for the advertising
love you.
credit.
We love you.
We
We love you.
appreciate the support.
Absolutely. On the serious tip. Yeah.
Hopefully they gave us a listen and they hooked
Absolutely.
us up.
Dude,
pretty-
it's fucking Facebook. Of course they fucking listen to everything we
they,
did.
They hooked us up pretty big.
That's what they do.
And
whoop.
a shout out. Ray said this earlier, but I'm gonna reiterate this
I
because
stole his thunder.
without you, there is no
Down
us.
under.
Simply to everyone that listened to the podcast, we are only just getting started, and we are going to keep you entertained one way or another
Woo!
up in this bitch.
Woo!
You goddamn right. Jerk of all
Abso-fucking-
trades podcast. We are coming at you all
Up
day.
in this
every
fucking
day.
piece.
So thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Serious tip. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
We fucking love you. Absolutely. We appreciate you guys listening to our fucking banter, our fucking shenanigans, our fucking tomfoolery. Copyright us.
We're just getting started.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are just getting started.
So if you
it's
spent
only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. Stay tuned to this motherfucker.
if you spent any amount of your time listening to this podcast, we fucking love you.
At the end of the day, it's worth it for me and Ray if you have 2 hours to kill at work, to kill on a workout,
absolutely.
to kill anywhere in your day. You give us a listen. We entertain you enough to get through your day, to forget your problems, to forget whatever bullshit else you got
Absolutely.
going on in life. It means the world to us.
You know what? Life is too goddamn short to not fucking laugh at the absurdity of all of this, and that is what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna take a humorous angle on every little facet of this world. So
I
know-
warned you, motherfuckers. We're gonna talk a lot of shit in this
we're gonna
motherfucking
talk
podcast.
a little bit.
And we're gonna hit you with them social media plugs and take a break.
Social
Hit 'em, Ray.
media. All right. We're gonna hit you one more time. Social media. Guinness is down. I want to let you guys know.
Guinness was good.
Guin-
Shout out to Ireland.
Yeah. Shout out to the Guinness drought. We fucking love you, Ireland, fella. Yeah, that probably annoyed the fuck out of you
You
and
just hurt the
ruined.
fuck out of my right
I'm
ear.
Totally apologizing to your ear holes, but you know what? I like what I did. So SoundCloud.com/Jerk of All Trades podcast, Facebook.com/ guess what? Jerk of All Trades podcast, Twitter.com, don't guess, JOAT podcast, Instagram.com, gonna fucking hit you with some of those pictures, Jerk of All Trades podcast, YouTube.com, Yeah, I fucking hate YouTube. Actually, I don't. I love you, YouTube. You're gonna go to channels. You're gonna go search, and you're gonna look up JOAT podcast. Hit you with all the new episodes of the JOT Jerk of All Trades podcast right there on YouTube.
Hit him with that Facebook.
And we already hit him with the Facebook,
I'm
but it's
sorry.
we'll hit him again. Jerk of All Trades podcast, Facebook.com/.
We love you, Facebook.
And gmail.com. Anything you guys want to talk about. Tell us how much you love us. Tell us how much you love us.
Don't be shy.
Tell us how much you hate us, and we'll tell you how much you're wrong. But tell us how
Goddamn right.
much you hate us. Like I said, if you want us to cover a certain topic, let us know. We will definitely, maybe, possibly consider maybe doing it. Depends on what the subject is.
We'll do it. Don't worry.
Maybe. Gmail.com. Jerk of All Trades podcast at gmail.com. Fucking send your Gmails, emails, any other fucking letter mails to us. Fucking write a letter and send it via a carrier pigeon. Pigeon? I don't know. We're 6 beers in. But yeah, Jerk of All Trades podcast. Send us a fucking email. jerkofalltradespodcast at gmail.com. And we'll probably we're going to definitely answer you. So
Let's wrap this bitch up,
all right,
Ray.
we love you guys. All right.
Taking a break.
we-
Part 2 coming next.
All right. Break time. All right, we are coming to the next beer, and
Don't kill me, Ray.
so another beer that I have actually never had. This is actually me giving into the marketing and the artwork of the beer. This is actually this is put out by a company called Finch Beer Company out of Chicago. Actually, never heard of them. Never seen any of their beers before, but I saw this one and had to get it. It's called Chimera India Pale Ale. They are utilizing the font of Iron fucking Maiden. So I had to check that out. Definitely caught my attention. It has got a ram on the back of a lion. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, it's a canned beer as well. I'm not sure if they do bottles as well, but yeah, Chimera India Pale Ale. Like I said, Finch Beer Company out of Chicago.
Chi-Town.
Chi-Town, what's up?
What
we love
up?
you. We love you. 6% alcohol on this this bad boy. It is an American style IPA brewed with Simcoe, Centennial, and Columbus hops. Chimera is then dry hopped. Gotta fucking dry hop it with over a pound of hops per BBL.
Oh, fuck.
Coming in with just over 40 IBUs, Chimera's intense aroma and flavor of pine and juicy citrus.
No!
Pine's all
Pine.
is balanced.
Pour it up, Ray. Let's go. They
Balance out-
know the description already.
It's balanced out against a hearty grain bill that lends to deceptively drinkable 6.0 ABV. That's alcohol by volume. We're cracking this motherfucker out. All right, here
Ooh,
we
that's
go.
Bubbly, ain't it?
Little bubbly. Oh! That was not the
Alcohol
best.
abuse. You can give me a little.
That was not the best pour. I did not turn that glass like I
Okay.
should have. That was 100% foam, pretty much. So
not bad. Not bad at all.
that was the worst pour of my whole entire life.
Yeah, coming back from break, we're not as flawless as we were.
That's
before.
okay. That's okay. We're gonna pour a little bit more in there. We're gonna pour a little bit more in there.
For a beer you never tasted, you give me an awful lot of this shit.
And yeah, the Chimera,
India.
yeah.
What up?
Yeah. So let's
I'm
let's
gonna give it a little taste once that foam
Word.
dies down.
yeah. So it's my chess move, correct?
Negative.
No, it's yours.
It's my move. I'm in trouble. Ray's putting the defensive attack on me, but he's using my aggression against me, which I truly like.
That's the best way to do it. Utilize your enemy's own emotions against them.
Fucking A, man. Fucking A. My move.
Figure out what their mental state is, and then you would utilize it against them to defeat them. That is Battle 101. That is the art of war.
So
All right.
I have
We're
I have an idea. What
back
I'm
from
gonna
whispering.
do. Yeah. Okay.
Do it up.
This is so boring. I'm sorry. We're gonna take a sip pretty soon.
Yeah.
The beer is settling down here.
It's got a very hefty head on it, and we talked about her head earlier and how you've got to have a lot of head. And this has actually got more head than you would probably want. So we have actually contradicted ourselves. So yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. All right.
All right.
That's,
Your move.
all right. That's a thing that just happened. And
So besides UFC and WWE, what the fuck else is going on?
I don't know, man. The world is.
We were just talking about some Game of Thrones. If you
GOT.
guys are interested in Game of Thrones, stay fucking tuned.
we will definitely have a GOT podcast.
One of the few TV shows I've actually watched. Game
Yeah,
of Thrones.
I've been trying to get Eddie to watch my personal favorite current television show, which is Mr. Robot.
It's coming. It's coming.
Mr. Robot. We will definitely have a Mr. Robot podcast because that is my personal favorite show.
Oh, we'll
so-
have a special 3-person
and,
podcast. For Game of
I have the
Thrones.
best opinion on media. So
I
guess
watched
what?
the first minute or two of Mr. Robot. It made me feel a little eerie about. What's
Yeah,
going
it's
on with
it's definitely
it. Very Eddie 2005-ish.
it definitely has a particular feeling that rings true to what's happening in our world right now. So it kind of breaks down those barriers a little bit. So yeah, very fun show. So I don't know if I would say fun is the best descriptive word, but yeah, I'm moving. I don't want to move there. I almost made a move that I did not
For those
like.
staying tuned for the beer, we have yet to take a sip of the India.
This is true.
But the foam is dying down, and after Raymond takes his move, I'm very interested in trying this bitch
All right,
out.
that's my move. That's my move.
Oh. All right, cheers, buddy.
All right. Cheers to the Chimera Finch Beer Company IPA. Here it goes.
Single IPA.
Yes, this is a single. I am going to say that I don't.
You didn't give the beer rating.
Yes, actually a 79 on Rate Beer, an 85 on Beer Advocate. I do have to say I don't love this beer.
Initially, it's not too bad.
I don't love the beer. I like my IPAs to hit a little harder than this, and this does not hit very hard for an IPA. I love their use of the Iron Maiden logo or the Iron Maiden font, but yeah, it's not blowing me away. It's not the worst beer I've ever had, but I don't know that I would buy a six. Oh, that's a burp. I don't know if I'd buy a 6-pack of this.
Yeah, not my favorite of the bunch, but
Yeah.
compared to that double IPA you gave me a couple of months ago,
Yeah.
certainly goes down a little smoother.
Doubles definitely, double IPAs definitely hit a little harder, quite a bit harder than this. So yeah,
All right, my move.
yes.
You're on the attack, buddy.
So yeah, what's some interesting things that you've been looking at happening in this crazy fucking mixed up world that we live in?
That 401k is looking good.
Gotta love that 401k.
My main man DC taking care of that 401k.
Roth, IRA.
But certainly looking forward to having more free time spent with the family,
Absolutely, man.
spending with friends.
That is a very, very, very important part of this life is being able to balance, being able to have enough of that paper cheddar to be able to buy, have a roof over your head and have some food in your belly, and being able to, spend it with time, spend time with people that are important to you. So
For sure.
it's a balancing act.
But mainly just looking forward to UFC.
Yeah.
Anthony Johnson and Daniel.
We
Cormier.
will have the UFC
Gonna be a
podcast.
fucking
and
great fight. I hope somebody gets knocked the fuck out.
I will do my research so I do not sound like a complete fucking idiot when I talk about it. So, yes. Yes. We pride ourselves on being professionals here at.
We are the best of the best.
We
You will
are-
not find a better podcast than this, even though we're on episode number 2.
Yeah. You know what?
We're hanging up there with the big boys.
We,
and,
we-
if you don't like it, that's too fucking bad.
We definitely challenge any other podcast out there to give all of our social media plugs to their viewers and see what their viewers think of our show in comparison to their podcast. So, yeah. If you want to do that, Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, you're challenging Joe Rogan, huh?
Hey, you know what? I'm
Fuck.
gonna tell you what. I love Joe Rogan, but
I do too.
if he wants to give us some social media plugs,
He's not doing shit.
you know what? Do it up, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, if you ever listen to this podcast, what up? It's your boy Eddie. You know what time it is.
Joe, I've been a fan since Just Shoot Me. I think that's what show you were on, and yeah, you're a funny motherfucker, and you were definitely a lot more.
I will say the first time that, other than UFC, that I saw Joe Rogan was actually on the Carson Daly show.
Interesting. I
He
don't
had,
know
like,
that
this
I've ever
little-
watched the Carson Daly
Yeah,
show.
I don't know either. It was because Joe
Is this
Rogan
my
was
move?
on there. He was on Fear Factory. Yeah, it's your move. And he was talking about the isolation tanks on Carson Daly.
That is coming up, folks. By the way,
And
You are interested
and
by
made
that.
me pay a lot of attention to Joe Rogan and, like, you know, his style and what he was about. And shit.
you've made your move, right?
Yes, I did.
All right, you ready?
No. Fuck.
For those that are not watching,
There goes my queen.
I just took his queen.
All right.
I took her
So,
to a
thank you,
very-
Joe Rogan, for letting my queen get taken. You fucking asshole.
Joe Rogan. We completely and utterly blame you for this. So
All your fault.
yeah. I just fucking took his queen. So there we are. The Chimera. How's the Chimera treating you?
Yeah, it's better than the Russian, but not much.
All right. Bishop gone. I just rapified his bishop.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm in trouble.
It is very possible that there may not be a backdrop for the rest of these beers. So
I got some good ones coming up. I saved my best for last, kind of.
you got to save the best for last.
Actually, no, I didn't, because that. We'll see. We'll see how they taste.
you never know. You never know till you find out. A great person once told me this thing. So we're going right there. There we go. Here we go.
Fuck. Well, then I gotta go right there.
And that was another belch into the.
Was that me or you?
That was me.
Oh. Cool.
Very, very cool. How you gotta? I'm rinsing my glass out. I have once again.
God
finished-
damn, you're done already?
I have once again. It's only 6 ounces, man. It's like 2 chugs and you're done.
Man, that pine saw shit. Fucking
This is the only, as a hophead, this is the only IPA I chose. So I try to be very, very.
I like to sip my pine saw.
Yeah, I like to pour it on my floor. So
That is true.
you gotta prepare yourself for your next choice, the next beer on the agenda. So
What is his gender?
what is his agenda? That is a 20-year-old reference that almost no one will understand, but
Nobody
tru-
will get that.
trust me when I say
It's funny as fuck.
it's funny as fuck. All right.
Take them.
We have got a move that is happening on the Move Ski. I have no choice. I have to do it. And then he's got to do the thing that he's going to do. He did the thing that he's going to do. He did the thing.
I'm losing, I think.
Um,
You got 2 pieces or 3?
I actually believe I have, I can't even
I threw
count.
them on the floor. Oh, god damn.
I have 5 pieces right
I'm
now.
losing. but this is just a precursor to
It's okay.
to the setup of all setups.
The question at hand is, what is the next beer going to be? What
Well, the
are
question at hand is, will I be able to finish this pine sol? That's the question.
What is the next beer going to be?
Oh, my beer.
I think it's going to be.
It's a good beer.
It is a decent.
Big
beer.
up Boston.
Boston. Who is your favorite person from Boston?
David Ortiz.
David Ortiz.
You know who that is?
Yes, he is.
Oh, nice.
He's a baseball player,
He's a baseball player.
and he is.
This is our fucking city.
I believe that Keenan.
After the Boston bombings, did you hear his little speech there?
I did not.
He got on the mic after the Boston bombings in front of the whole fucking Fenway Park, which is like the baseball stadium. He's like, he had a whole diatribe before that, but then at the very end, he was like, "This is our fucking city."
Actually, interesting. Keenan Thompson from SNL does a David Ortiz parody, and I think he says that in his parody. So I wonder if that was the
David
intro to that.
Ortiz, what up?
I did not know the
This
origins.
is our fucking city.
What is our city?
Not this pine sol bullshit.
I believe it's somewhere in Wisconsin. I believe so. Yeah. So trying to figure out where.
Just beat me already, Ray. Come on.
All right, that is a move that I made. It's not a very important move,
Oh,
but
goddamn. Putting the pressure on already, huh?
it's not the pressure, but we do not need to go down that musical reference area again.
Your turn.
Interesting. An interesting move. Very, very interesting. Check.
I don't know why you did that. But that's okay.
I felt like I wanted to put you
Put
into-
your assert yourself there. Move her back. Move that bitch back. You don't have a choice.
That was a reference to my buddy Justin, who would make moves in which he put people in check for no apparent goddamn reason, just because he wanted to be a little aggressive. So I feel upset that pace is not in the middle of that. So
Your turn.
I do feel like you're gonna have to chug that beer because we have quite a few.
You chug it?
Yeah,
Fuck.
I would.
Do it.
You want me to do it?
Hell yeah. I can't take any more of that shit. Let's get to that. Oh, Ray! God damn.
There was a little bit of beer.
We
in the
got a
bottom
little
of it.
foam on the.
I foamified the board a little bit there, so
little creamy white substance on the board there. You got a little
The-
excited
let's,
of the chess game here.
hey, the Page episode was last episode. So
Oh,
let's,
Paige. Has
let's,
she like resurfaced at all? Since
I believe that she announced that her and Alberto Del Rio were going to be getting married now. So
Smart guy.
yeah, and she said that she wanted to kill herself and stuff. So yeah, I mean, yeah.
My turn.
I believe, I believe it's your move, and is it your beer?
No,
yeah,
it's your move. My beer.
okay.
All right, Boston.
Boston.
Sam Adams. Holla at your boy. All right. We got the Sam Adams Boston Lager. It's rated 52 on beer.com, 86 on Beer Advocate. It is a fucking lager, the best example of the fundamental characteristics of a great beer, offering a full and rich flavor that is both balanced and complex. It is brewed using a something mash of
Well, let's look at-
time-consuming bullshit that should taste fucking great because it's an 86.
All right.
Crank it open, Ray,
Crank it up, fucker.
as I knock over my fucking king.
Throw me in the mosh pit. Pass me around.
I'm not the biggest beer guy, but we're gonna drink the fuck out of this shit.
We are gonna drink a little Boston fucking lager. Yeah, you know what? Sam Adams is always a solid choice, depending on what's on tap. So I've drank my fair share of Sam Adams. So
Nice.
let's pour this fucking bad boy into this
Yes.
glass and let's do it up. So here we go.
All right, so Ray's kicking my ass in chess. We got the Sam Adams. cooling down the glass pipe like a fucking Rolling Rock. Thank you, sir.
Funny story about Rolling Rock. So I once bought a 12 pack of Rolling Rock, and I went to go see a concert. I believe I was actually going to see Iron Maiden, and often I would buy a bunch of beer and then try to chug the fuck out of the beer before I went into the show. And so I bought a 12 pack of Rolling Rock, and so I was chugging these beers before the show. And once again, very similar to my intro to drinking story. Not so much from being drunk, but mainly because Rolling Rock is very, very carbonated. I chugged the fuck out of Rolling Rock, and then I ended up vomiting straight up
Nice.
foam all over the side of my vehicle. Yes, so I threw up many times. Foam all over the parking lot, and then
foamy.
I went and enjoyed a great show. So, yeah,
So how did that feel, puking up some foam?
Not very good. Not very good. I'll tell you what. As a big beer drinker, and I've drank my fair share of liquor over the years. I never claimed to have an iron stomach, and I never claimed to be tougher than anyone else. And I definitely get fucked up and get sick and fucking vomit on myself many times. I recently, the last time that I drank very, very heftily, I ended up throwing up chicken wings all over myself in the car.
Were they barbecue?
I believe they were barbecue.
No.
I did not even bend over at all, and I just basically just straight up vomited all over myself. So it was a very, very depressing, disappointing moment that I'm for some reason sharing with our viewers or
that shit to me.
our listeners. So yeah,
the fuck out of some barbecue cheese.
And maybe that's
pour it up, Ray.
Maybe that's why I gave up the meat. So yeah, all right, here we go.
Oh, okay, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't puke too much, but that might be because I know my limitations. I don't know. I try not to go too overboard.
I definitely have never understood my limitations, and I have pushed every limit that I thought I understood. And yeah, I've made a lot of really, really piss poor decisions. And
cheers,
yeah, here we are.
Sam Adams, what
Sam
up?
Adams.
Not bad. Better than I was expecting.
Very, very interesting. You've actually never had Sam Adams.
Never had it.
That is
but good flavor, not too heavy. Smooth, good taste.
Yeah, Sam Adams is a definitely of the larger.
Which makes me wonder my next pick.
Sam Adams is was actually one of the first companies that kind of like broke out, and like I don't believe they're considered to be a microbrewer. They're way beyond that level, but one of those kind of different kind of beers out there.
10 out of 10 out over that pine sol we just drank.
Yeah, you know what? I will say that actually, as an IPA fan, I probably like this better than the last beer that I had. That was not anywhere near on my fucking radar of IPAs.
I know. We try something different.
But yeah, yeah, I have ordered many a Boston
Eddie
lager
the
in my
Jerk
day.
is the basic bitch of beers. He's the one, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll move right there.
Checkmate.
Okay, there we go. Ray won the chess game.
All right, chess game is over.
Sam Adams.
Let's
very good. I'm done with the rest of it, and we will go to a commercial break.
Let's kill Sam
Shout
Adams
out
off.
to Squarespace or On It or somebody that wants to
Squarespace,
come by and
please, someone
tickle our balls a little bit,
please.
And we'll be coming back at you with 2 more beers or
All
4
right.
more beers. I'm sorry.
Jerk of All Trades podcast episode 2.0. We are fucking wrecking the beer. So we will see you on the flip side of this break where you listen to this amazing fucking music. So, all right, we'll see you later, guys. The shittiest artwork I have ever seen on a beer.
No!
It has an odd little fucking yellow puffy guy holding a beer.
Oh, okay. I like him.
This looks like it may have been drawn by like a 4-year-old.
Maybe.
And yeah, so this is De Dole or Beer. I've actually never heard of this. I was just taken aback by the interesting artwork and the fact that it had a fucking awesome.
Was it? This ain't Pine Sol, is it?
No. This is actually a Belgian dark ale.
What up,
Strong,
Belgium?
strong dark ale.
The beautiful women of Belgium.
Are they beautiful? I don't know.
I don't know, but at this point,
I don't know
they're
if
all beautiful to me.
Yes, this is true. We are like 10 beers in, so they are actually very beautiful. 99 on Rate Beer, 92.
99.
90,
Fuck yeah.
92
Pour
on-
that bitch.
92 on Beer Advocate. This is actually probably the most interesting description, so I wanted to read this.
Oh, hit me.
Very interesting because I'm always very entertained by cultural differences and translations and that type of thing. And this is definitely a Google Translate got wrong. So let's rock this. So Obier means original, from the spring. This beer has been brewed in small scale, 5 gallons. Obier is brewed from no less than 6 malts. Pulper
6 malts.
6 malts.
Are they chocolate?
I don't think any of them were chocolate. Maybe.
Okay. Hopefully.
Poperange Golding hops in flowers in a special yeast, which makes it a little tart. Little tart, especially with aging.
Sweet tart.
Sweet tart. I used to love sweet tarts, but
Purple.
you know what? Yeah, it's not bad.
Maybe pink.
It's all pink in the middle.
Hell yeah.
At the brewery, we have excellent cellars, which have a constant temperature of 8 Celsius and allow Obier to age at its best. I'm not really sure what accent I'm doing, but yeah. I think I should be
Belgium.
Belgium. Yeah.
Pour that bitch.
We have to finish the
Oh,
description.
I'm sorry. I thought it was over.
After a couple years, Obier tastes like it should have been blended with a wine. Obier has been
Ooh.
re-fermented in a bottle
Ferment that
and
bitch.
contains a layer of yeast having vitamins B, nat,
Oh,
on,
We should have drank this one first.
straff
Vitamin B.
on the glasses mean wet and strong.
Wet is always good.
And strong.
And strong.
A warning for the 7.5 alcohol content. The little person on the glasses is the Obier man, a simple creature who holds a brewer's fork in his right hand, symbolizing the work and science.
Work.
But looking to the other side, the result of all this, the glass of Obier. The artwork on the poster is a wall painting found in Spain.
The Marshmallow Man.
It does look a bit like that. Altamira, and it's considered by art lovers as being the best prehistoric artwork 30,000 years BC. By the way, I had a shit all over that artwork, so you know what? If you were an artist 30,000 BC, fuck you. Your art sucks.
I can see the description like through the fucking paper, and it's like 6 paragraphs.
It is really
What the
long
fuck
and
is going on
really
here?
fucking weird.
God damn.
There's only like 2 sentences left, so fucking hold on.
My next one is like 1 sentence.
On the other hand, we have Obier, started in 1980, going on with the tradition. For more information on Obier's recent recipe history, see the following article, and then there is a link. So, yes, this
Link
is
it up. Pour
Obier.
that bitch.
Throw this
Fuck
motherfucker
it.
on the ground.
Yeah. Crack
Obier,
that motherfucker.
30,000 years ago, this was the best fucking art that they had. Let's
Hopefully
be
it tastes
honest.
better than the last.
30,000 years, we have gotten a lot better.
1980.
1980.
Marshmallow Man.
Marshmallow Man, let's fucking do this. Pouring it up. Here we go.
All right, so I'm looking forward to this. We got the I don't know what it's gonna smell like, but we got 4 beers left. I think we can make it.
We are definitely making it. Are you guys hedging bets or what?
I got 3-1 that Eddie won't make it, and I got like 11-1 that Ray will make it.
We are definitely both making it.
11-1 is pretty good. That's like Ronda Rousey in her prime.
Ronda Rousey. But she win like 3 fights and then she lost. All right,
Love me some
cheers.
Ronda.
Oh, beer.
Fuck yeah.
Try it out.
Very good.
Very
Lot of flavor.
actually very similar to the Three Philosophers, but without the cherry.
A little bit of a barf aftertaste.
Amazing. I love drinking barfs. So
The aftertaste leaves something to be desired. It's like, if Rhonda barfed in my mouth and I was kind of okay with it.
yeah, it depends on where she barfed out of.
I don't care.
Are women able to barf out of their vaginas? Is that called a barf? I believe that's called a.
It would taste probably better than this.
What's the combination of squirt and a queef together? A squeef?
I
that
think
a
it might be
squeef?
going a little bit too far, but
yeah,
I'm okay with it.
that's okay. No judgments from me. So.
No. So where's this beer from? Russia?
I don't know. I threw the paper
Oh,
into the
fuck,
fucking
yeah.
wind.
It went into the abyss.
This actually went in the abyss. I believe it's actually from Belgium. This is,
Belgium. Not bad, Belgium.
yeah.
You know what?
This is from
Thank you for not hitting me with the pine sol.
This is actually from Dixmude, Belgium. If you're
This is definitely getting drank.
if
You know what I'm saying?
if your dick has mold on it, there's a fucking problem. Boom.
How dare you?
I wish everyone could have seen me throw that paper like
Okay,
4
Johnny
inches
Carson.
into the air. That was my no, not Johnny Carson.
I almost think we should skip my next beer because it's not going to live up to
No,
this.
let's we're not skipping. We are drinking 12 beers and it's happening. So, yeah. Cheers again. And
I can't get enough.
chug a lug a lug. That definitely has a bite. That definitely has a little bit of a bite.
What was the rating on beer.com?
Yeah, actually I did not cover that. That was this was a 99
Definitely.
on Rate Beer and a 92 on Beer Advocate. So,
Yeah. Much better than the last one.
you know, very very interesting to see where your taste is at. You like the Belgian style. You like the little bit darker, but not too dark because the stout is not your style, but you like.
Well, I like Guinness.
Yeah.
But India can suck my dick.
What's
Or maybe it was India. Maybe it
you
wasn't.
know what?
I don't
That
remember.
that is a bit offensive to our
India.
Indian.
We
We love you guys.
I got some Indian friends. They are the shit, but your beer sucks. Just saying.
So actually, the beer nerd coming out of me, it's actually not their beer. Basically, India Pale Ales are actually named that because we needed to transport beer from Europe over to India, and so
India.
in order to keep the hop content, we actually needed to overhop the beer. And by the time
So
it
U.S. is just fucking everybody's shit up.
Europe actually,
Or Europe. God
Yeah.
damn it, Europe.
fucking UK,
Besides Germany, we love you.
Germany, we love you, we love you. Big up to the Germans. So
Guten Tag.
Uden Gleben Glaben Gluben. So yeah, Der Dolte or beer. Yeah, this is a beastly motherfucker, 9% alcohol.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's definitely hits.
Could have hit me with this before the pine sol.
Yeah, you know what? I actually considered hitting hard with the high alcohol content. I figured I would leave this a little bit later into the
Thank
selections.
God my next beer is water.
Yes, it is essentially water. So,
How dare you talk about the Germans like that?
how dare you? I will tell you that. Look at it this way: the next time that we do the beer episode of Jerk of All Trades,
We're never doing another beer episode. Unless you love this, then we're doing it
Yes.
tomorrow.
give us your feedback. Did you hate?
Is
the
this better than the WrestleMania podcast or no?
on none? Let's chug a lug. Chug a lug to or beer, dole or beer. Cheers.
Cheers, but I don't even know what the hell I just said. Ray's done with his beer and I'm still talking.
Ooh. Once again, beastly. We are down to the last 3 beers. Let's keep in mind that initially the game plan was to have 1 hour of podcasting
No
with,
chance.
and we're nearing 2 hours. So if you guys are still sticking with us, thank you. Thank
We
you.
love you.
We love you. We love you long time. We love you short time.
Yeah.
We give you hand job
we love
in
you.
the back alley of wherever you like to hang out. So
I can hook that up.
cheers.
But yeah, we love you.
We're down to the nitty fucking gritty. 3 beers to go. So here we go. Here we go.
Burping like a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess it's my turn, huh?
That was
Very nice.
what do we call a belch?
I'm hoping this is like 1% alcohol. This next one.
Oh yeah. It may actually be 1% alcohol.
Bex, bitch. German up in this motherfucker. 8.com.
$8 for like 400 of these things.
Beer.com gave it an 8.
Out of how many?
7. A Beer Advocate gave it a 67, which ain't too bad, I guess. Not as good as my next one, but whatever. Our original Beck's is a classic German lager beer
Very classic.
with a distinctive full body taste,
And it
you
has
might-
no
you might
head.
like this. With a full body taste, fresh hoppy bouquet, golden color, and full rich head. You know,
Head.
Eddie the Jerk loves that full rich head all day, every day.
Keep note, ladies. Don't
Adding
forget.
to its complexity. Whatever. I'm not reading the rest of the shit.
Fuck it. It's
Germany, stand up. We got Bex up in
It's
this
fucking
bitch.
Bex, man.
It's
fucking
clear
Bex.
than a motherfucker,
It's
and
Bex.
hopefully it's good. Cheers, Ray. God
If
damn
you
it.
have if you've never heard of Bex, fuck you. Cheers.
Ooh, a little skunky, huh?
So yeah, as I talked about the skunkiness earlier, you can definitely feel that and taste that coming through in that fucking that body of that beer as you drink that. No doubt. No
Yeah,
doubt.
that wasn't too bad. I mean, it's almost more skunky than fucking Heineken.
Yeah, very, very, very skunky flavor. It's actually interesting that that flavor comes through, and I wonder, like, as a person who has brewed his own beer, and I don't claim to be a fucking like headmaster fucking brewer, but it's interesting that like those type of flavors don't come through unless some sort of like change happens in the beer. So how do they consistently develop that flavor? Because that's
That's because Germany got that skunk.
Yeah.
You know they do.
so they basically drop a couple yeah. We're not going to talk about that because you know what? Jerk of All Trades podcast only adheres to the rules and regulations of the United States government.
2.
Episode 2.0.
You know what? I didn't think I was gonna get this fucked up in our podcast.
We are fucked up. Episode 2.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah,
And Eddie is definitely not driving.
quite a few more swear words in episode
And,
2. So fuck that. You
so-
know,
so,
fuck this, fuck that,
you
and
know, KPD, you can leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'm just
we
trying
hey
to,
we love you,
trying to make
KPD.
$1.15 up
Come
in
on,
this bitch.
come on, give it to me,
And
Whoop whoop.
we only got 2 beers left, so I mean, if you can make it, I can make it.
I'm
You're
pretty,
definitely making.
I mean, I could basically just pour these other beers in the fucking glass and chug these and be done. So
Yeah, we might need a break before the last one. I'm
that's
just saying.
okay. You know, we only got
My 3-ounce fucking bladder can't take this shit.
dude, I got the fucking weakest bladder on the face of this fucking planet. So if your
I
bladder,
will be honest. Bex is better than I thought it would be.
you know what? Cheers one more time to the Becks. Germany,
Stand up.
Germany, you've been hated for some of your extremist views, and you know what? We still love you because you're just peeps. So cheers to the Becks. Boom.
Nice.
Down the hatch.
Fuck.
2 beers to go.
We got 1 left. 1 left for Ray, 1 left for me. I saved my best for last. Even though it might be a little too late.
That's all right. No judgments here. Real quick, man, we once again we want to let you guys know that you can check us out on the Inter of Nets,
Interwebs.
the interwebs. We are here to serve you,
The people.
the people, is us people.
People's champs.
We are the people's champs, and you are the people. So, SoundCloud.com/Jerk of All Trades podcast. We're assuming that this is how you are listening to us.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud. Maybe you are not. Maybe you are listening to us on YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube.com. You're gonna go to channels. You're gonna search JOAT podcast. All one word thing. Whatever. Look it up.
Fuck yeah.
Facebook.com/Jerk of All Trades podcast.
Facebook.
Facebook, we fucking love you. Mark Zuckerberg, we love you. Stop watching us doing things on the internet, or don't.
No.
We
no.
love you.
Mark Zuckerberg, do your damn thing.
Do it. You know what? Do what you got to do. You know what? We love you, and we want to buy the things that you're advertising to
Facebook,
us.
aka the unofficial home of Jerk of All Trades podcast.
This is true. MySpace. We don't have a MySpace.
Fuck MySpace. Tom Anderson, you can suck my dick.
Fuck you, dude. We fucking actually like you, depending on if your fucking website comes back, you know? All right, Twitter.
We just shit on Tom Anderson like he ain't shit. He's like
He's
the
not.
original fucking. He's the original fucking like Facebook.
Every time I see him in his gay ass white shirt, fucking throwing that thumbs up. Fuck him.
I had Tom Anderson in my top 8 for approximately 2 weeks.
And he will never forget that.
He's rich now, so he's like, fuck Jerk.
I actually don't know if he's rich. He may actually
He's rich
be
as fuck.
dead.
He's got to be rich as fuck.
I hope he is.
Gotta be. He's got to be rich.
Tom Anderson, if you are still out there, we want you to sponsor our podcast. We are going to get a goddamn sponsor. Someone is going to sponsor.
We got
this.
a big sponsor. Just don't tell anybody.
We're gonna get a goddamn sponsor if I have to kill whatever the CEO is of that company to sponsor our fucking podcast. Okay?
No, don't listen to Ray. We love all of you. We're a peaceful podcast.
Yeah.
But we also recognize that we're the best fucking podcast in town.
If
So suck our dicks.
if you don't understand that, then you need to go on twitter.com and you need to check out /JOAT podcast.
JOAT podcast.
That
Eddie
is
came up with them
where
himself.
you can see us tweeting the fuck out of you. All right.
Hey, Twitter, make Facebook jealous.
Tweet.
Give us some free money.
Tweet. And Instagram. Instagram.com/Jerk of All Trades podcast. And yeah, if you want to send us an email, we talked about it earlier.
We're all about the email.
If you want to suggest a subject for the jerks, Eddie the Jerk, Ray the Jerk, to cover 1 week, we're gonna fucking
Anything but Pine Sol.
anything but Pine Sol. We are going to fucking spend a whole episode
We'll
talking.
drink it.
We will fucking talk about whatever shitty, stupid, or possibly amazingly fucking cool thing that you like. We will talk about it. We will fucking give our perspective on it.
Did we
Yeah.
shout out Facebook earlier?
We
did, right?
I don't know if we
Shout
did.
out to Facebook.
Facebook, we love you.
Y'all is shit.
Mark Zuckerberg, we
We're
love
coming.
you. We are coming to come all over your shit. We love you. Gmail, Jerk of All Trades podcast @gmail.com. Fucking send us an email. Let us know what you want us to cover. We'll fucking talk about it. We will make fun of you incessantly for
No.
your shitty taste in thing, or we will possibly talk about how cool you are. We love you guys.
This is the beer podcast. We're just talking shit.
We're just
We're feeling ourselves. It's podcast number 2. Podcast number 3 is gonna be even better. But like, we're doing our damn thing. We're just trying to do our damn thing.
we love you guys.
And we love you.
We love you. We talk shit, but seriously though, we love everybody.
Except for Tom Anderson, that motherfucker.
Tom Anderson, fuck you, dude.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck MySpace. Fucking hate that shit. Nobody fucking likes MySpace.
Let's
Fuck
go
you.
to break, goddamn.
All right. Break it. Break. Fuck you.
Jerk of All Trades podcast, episode number 2. There's the beer episode and the chess episode where I
Boom.
lost.
We're back.
Last and final beer. We saved the best for last.
Yep.
Me and Ray up in this bitch.
Boom.
Let's pour the last motherfucker.
All right. For the last beer, I decided that I should choose a beer that is very native to the city that we live in.
Yeah.
And thus, there are absolutely no ratings. There's no description.
No ratings.
We don't fucking know.
I'm going to spit this beer out all
We
over my
cannot
shirt.
throw a bunch of eloquent fucking words at you and tell you what this beer tastes like, but you know what?
Let's do it.
It's not bad.
Let's do it.
This is there's a local brewery here. It's called Public Craft Brewing.
K-Town Brown up in this bitch.
K-Town.
Yeah.
K-Town Brown. This is a
It's
brown
an
ale. I'll tell you what. I really.
Is that Pine-Sol?
No.
Tell me right
no,
now.
No.
No? All right, good.
I
Let's do it.
I'm a pretty big fan of
It's in a
the
can.
of brown ale. So let's tilt the glass. Let's fucking make it happen. So. Also, this is a 16 ouncer, so this is
Fuck.
this is actually gonna tilt more.
Get your tilt on. Pour it up. Fuck. Kate. Oh, shit.
Oh, that was
Sorry.
that was a little
Sorry.
spill. That's all good.
You and your Pine-Sol.
All right. Final fucking beer. K-Town Brown.
Final beer for Ray. My beer will be much better than this beer.
Boom.
What's your beer.com rating?
That actually
0, motherfucker.
has no fucking rating on either site.
We still love you. We still love you.
I felt like we had to
A
replicate.
little foamy. What you got? Ale?
We had
lager?
this is
Pilsner?
this is a brown ale. This is
Brown
this-
ale.
This is a brown ale.
K-Town.
Have you ever had Newcastle before?
Fuck no.
Newcastle's probably the most famous brown ale, so
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to finish this for me.
it's actually try it. You'll
Cheers,
actually
motherfucker.
you'll be surprised. Cheers.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Very very kind of nutty kind of flavor
Little
going on.
aftertaste to it.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
I used to be a big Newcastle fan, so it's
Is Newcastle? Where's that from?
England.
Makes sense.
So yeah, definitely
The fucking English.
fucking
Even though with
English.
the Irish accent.
Yeah. We love Ireland. If
We love England, but not as much as we
it
love
it all depends on how many people from England listen to our podcast. So
Yeah, you know, it
we
is
got-
what it is.
If we got the English listen to our podcast, we fucking love you guys too. So you know what?
them dubs.
Let's be honest here. We
Shout out to them dubs.
we love them all.
Them
We love
dubs got that
we love
swag.
everybody.
They got that swag.
Fucking
This is
love you
just
guys.
kind of like a jerk off episode where we
Jerk off of all trades
Jerk off.
podcast.
where we just like get drunk and talk a lot of shit, but not really about anything
Absolutely.
specific. But more is coming. More is definitely coming.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But
Absolutely, man. You know what? Hit us up.
Only bigger and better for things to come.
Tell us what tell us what you guys are thinking. Tell us what you guys want to hear us talk about. What do you want to hear us? We're gonna fucking break it down. What do you want to hear us talk about?
We like to keep it real up in here.
Absolutely. We are keeping so much real things happening that you don't even get it. So,
Little do you know, I have only drank 2 beers.
Yeah. This is all
Ray drank the rest.
I have actually drank 24 beers here.
Woo! Did you know Ric Flair got a statue at his Hall of Fame?
I did. I saw the
That's
picture.
Pretty dope, right?
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
You know what? One day there will be Jerk of All Trades.
Limousine riding.
Jet flying.
Son of a gun.
Wheeling dealing.
Son of a gun. Made them all cry.
Woo!
Goddamn right. Nate, we love you,
Woo!
buddy. We love you.
Woo!
Back in the day,
Woo!
you were the shit.
Woo!
Today,
still the fucking shit.
Still the fucking shit.
Get the fuck off. Woo!
We got to get Nate on the podcast.
Nature boy.
Nature
boy. Do you want to be on the podcast?
He's number 1.
Woo!
He's number 1.
Nature boy, we would love to have you on the fucking podcast. Do you want to be on the podcast?
Come to Ray's house.
Woo! Woo!
Come and drink with us.
We will come to Charlotte, North Carolina.
He don't live in Charlotte
get
anymore.
you on the podcast. Woo!
He probably lives in LA right now.
Probably, but that's all right.
It's all good.
That's all right. We will get Dusty Rhodes
He's dead.
in his ghost form to be on the
Dusty
podcast.
Rhodes, though, the shit for sure.
Dusty Rhodes, you are the shit. We will get on the podcast if you will. Woo!
Okay, my ears hurt.
All right. We apologize to every Jerk of All Trades podcast listener for your ears.
But yeah, what were we talking about before that?
I believe we were talking about drinking a lot of fucking beers. So
Stone Cold drinks a lot of beer.
Stone Cold drinks a lot of beers. So WrestleMania this Sunday. So I'm looking forward to it this year. I think it
should be pretty decent.
I think it will probably suck horribly, but
well,
I'm looking forward to it.
A lot of fancy entrances.
That's all right. We're
I'm trying to get there, Ray. Hold on.
We are nearing the final beer.
Worst podcast in history.
Let's be honest.
But that's
here.
okay, because you love us.
Best fucking podcast in history. If only every podcast were people just getting absolutely fucking shit-faced drunk.
We did this for you.
We did.
We did this for you.
We would not have done this if it wasn't for you, okay?
Okay, maybe we would have.
We probably would have done it anyway.
Yeah,
but you know what? We love you guys, and we wanted to get shit-faced drunk on
a podcast.
Pretty decent beer for you guys.
Yeah, well,
we love you guys.
You want to finish this bitch or what?
Let's fucking do it.
Drink it, bro.
All right. This is
not bad. What was it? Fucking.
This was K-Town Brown.
K-Town Brown.
K-Town Brown. The brown note.
Even though I couldn't finish, even though that happens every once in a while.
You know what? It happens to the best of us. So.
Fucking delicious. Crack that motherfucking last one, Ray. Let's go. I'll read the description. We're getting close to fucking 2.5 hours, so we gotta hurry up.
All right.
Leinenkugel, bitch.
All right.
Watermelon shandy. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I got to the motherfucking liquor store. There was Leinenkugel, right? Okay, I get it. I tried to find the original. Couldn't find the motherfucker anywhere in the motherfucking liquor store. So I grabbed the closest Leinenkugel to my left hand because I wasn't about to walk around looking for the bitch. Leinenkugel watermelon was the closest motherfucker that I could find.
This is what he will tell his grandchildren. Why he bought watermelon shandy.
What color is the original? That's all I want to know.
Red. It is red.
Didn't
I
have,
actually,
didn't have red.
I actually used to
They had red, green, and red and
Li-
pink and
Leinenkugel's
watermelon.
Leinenkugel's original actually used to be one of my normal go-to beers.
Couldn't find it.
Uh,
Anyways, all right. Let me read the
all right,
description.
here
for
we
you.
go.
It's a 22 out of whatever, out of beer.com.
100.
And Beer Advocate rates it an 80 out of the motherfucker. So that means we're going to drink all of this bitch. And the description says the motherfucking best beer on the podcast because it doesn't have a motherfucking description. We're going to drink all this bitch for you
I don't know
all day, every day.
I don't know that was actually the description. There actually was not a description.
If you
but,
can find it, you can read it.
Yeah, there's actually no goddamn description
I'm telling
of this
you,
beer.
it's the best one. It's the best one.
4.2% alcohol.
Left-handed on them.
Keep the
Finger roll.
keep the left hand up.
Finger roll.
Left hand path.
Cheers,
up
buddy.
in the
Last
fucking
beer.
piece.
Last beer.
Cheers to the final beer. Here we go.
Oh, that's good shit.
That is a sweet motherfucking beer.
That's good
man.
shit right there. We gotta
Yeah.
save that motherfucker.
That definitely has a sweet motherfucking flavor.
So we're at the end of this motherfucker.
You know what? I'm gonna say I don't hate it. I don't.
Oh, you
hate
don't
it.
hate it?
I don't hate
It's
it.
kind of sweet, right?
It would not. It would
Kind
not.
of tastes like a Jolly Rancher.
It tastes a bit like a Jolly Rancher. It tastes a bit like a vagina.
Linacools.
I don't.
Sweet watermelon. Didn't have a description,
Sweet fucking watermelon. I don't fucking mind.
but it wasn't that bad. It's pretty
No.
good.
No, absolutely. Cheers to this. Cheers one more time.
Excuse me.
Boom. We fucking love you guys. Boom. Cheers.
Shout out to social media.
Social media.
We're doing the damn thing.
Social media network. We fucking love you guys.
We might delete this motherfucker, just to be honest with you.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. This is happening. It has happened. There's no denying that this has happened. So
Yeah, you know, we just try to have a little fun on a Friday
yeah,
night.
absolutely.
So more to come.
Absolutely.
More to come. Maybe not more of this, but
It might be. It might be.
you never
You never know.
We might have been this fucked up for the last episode,
Yeah.
and they never knew.
Yeah. I
But,
think we held it together a little bit better in the last podcast, but
It's hard to say. We have to listen to this one back. But
you know what? I think it was this was an
did
important.
we do our shout outs yet? We did our shout outs, right?
Well, let's do another shout out. Shout it out, man.
Shout out to anyone and everyone listening to this motherfucker. It takes a lot of time and money and effort to put one of these together. I
More
alone,
than you ever know.
yeah, I alone spent like fucking 40, 50 bucks on this shit. So,
Probably more than that.
yeah, so we're gonna be here for a while doing this shit. We're just doing it for your entertainment, and if we ever do anything with this shit, we're just gonna put it right back to the podcast and make it bigger and better than before.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ray's
The-
killing it right now. By the way, for those keeping score, Ray is at like 12 and Eddie is at like 8.
Here's the bottom line. We fucking love every single one of you. We love the fact that you are listening to the podcast, that you are listening to us rambling on about a bunch of silly shit. But you know what?
We'll be back next week.
We will maybe be sober. We might be sober.
Fuck
You
that.
never fucking know. You never know.
But we don't have a teaser for next week, but we will.
Trust
be
me,
back.
it will be entertaining.
We had to take a week off for personal reasons, but we are coming back 100%. Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. We're sticking with you as long as you stick
Don't
with us.
go anywhere. Eddie, finish off that fucking beer.
All right, I gotta
Chug
slam
that
this shit.
fucking beer.
I gotta
Eddie is
slam it.
going to chug his final beer here. Here we go. All right. Eddie has done it. He has finished his final beer. 12 fucking beers.
We did 12
down.
beers for you motherfuckers.
12 beers down.
And I don't even like beer.
Sobriety is
Bye.
not even a fucking figment of our imaginations. Not even. I have no clue what that is. We're done. We are fucked up.
1-0 Ray for the chess match.
Done. It is fucking done.
1-0 Ray for the beer drinking.
Jerk of All Trades podcast.
Hit him with the fucking
2.0. The fucking beer episode is fucking done. All right, guys. So
we have
we
a teaser for next week or no?
I don't think we have a teaser for next episode. But trust me when I say that it's going to be
The teaser next week might be a celebration, but stay tuned.
Yeah, you know what? Here's what you know. Jerk of All Trades podcast is going to be entertaining. There's going to be two fucking ridiculous motherfuckers talking about some silly fucking shit.
Maybe a third coming soon.
Potentially.
Maybe a third. But don't
tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. All right, so Jerk of All Trades, you know what? Check us out on social media. We want to fucking hear from you guys. We want to hear what you guys think. You know what? We're just fucking rambling on for 2 fucking hours. We want to hear.
We drank 6 beers for you motherfuckers.
Right. We both drank 6
on
fucking
my
beers.
motherfucking day off.
Absolutely. We want to fucking hear what the fuck you thought about it.
Spike TV, King Mo versus Rampage after this.
King Mo versus Rampage. I don't even.
Spike TV.
Yeah, Spike TV.
Keep going. SoundCloud.com.
SoundCloud.com/Jerk of All Trades podcast. We have talked about it many times. We love Mark Zuckerberg. He is our fucking favorite person in the entire world.
Yo!
Ever. There's been like a fucking trillion billion fucking people ever. Mark Zuckerberg, number 1. Facebook.com/Jerk of All Trades podcast. Twitter.com.
Facebook.
Twitter. Gonna fucking tweet. Tweet.
We need to get better on Twitter, but that's all right.
JOAT podcast on
We couldn't
Twitter.
fit the whole thing, so we had
It's okay.
to shorten it.
It's all right. No one's judging us except for you. Instagram. We are fucking going to be giving you.
Instagram.
We're gonna be throwing some fucking awesome fucking pictures of us doing the
Pictures are coming
podcast.
soon.
Jerk of All Trades podcast. Yeah. Jerk of All Trades podcast on Instagram. YouTube.com. We cannot figure out how to have this be easier for you. So go to channels, search for JOAT podcast as all one word thing, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. Take him home, Ray.
All right. And then finally, once again, we said it before. Fucking email us. Send us an email. Send us an electronic fucking mail thingy-majigger. What the fuck is this thing? Fucking tell us what you want us to hear. What do you want us to talk about?
Constructive criticism.
Right. What are we going to talk about? Maybe we'll talk about whatever subject you
Ray, let me tell him something. Eddie the Jerk doesn't give a fuck what you think. We're going to talk about what the fuck we talk about. But send us an email to tell us what you think we should talk about.
Right. And we will totally ignore you, but we might actually possibly consider talking about it tomorrow. Yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
Gmail, Jerk of All Trades podcast.
Oh, sponsors coming soon.
At gmail.com. And
Yes,
once again, sponsors, if you want us to sponsor you, maybe we will sponsor you.
not after this one.
Us, but maybe we'll sponsor you. So, yeah.
I should have prefaced that before the podcast started, that this is the podcast where we get no sponsors.
That's all right. You know what? This is the podcast where we get all the sponsors. So, you know what?
Tom Anderson sponsors us.
We love you guys.
That's the only reason we talked about his non-important, nothing-doing motherfucking ass.
You know what? We love you guys. Jerk of All Trades podcast.
Love you.
Episode 2. Join us on the next episode in Jerk of All Trades podcast.
No teaser yet, but stay tuned.
Jerkville Trades Podcast. We are out.